special edition. We just decided to go live today. We're nothing in mind. Just having a little fun here. You know, come join us. 7 p.m. Of course, we got the pre-show like we like to get done right now. That's right. We're here. Got Smooth. Hopefully the rest of the panel will be coming in the panel. It's been a couple weeks, man. Good to be back. Good to be back. Very good to be back. So, yeah, man, stay tuned. We got some music for you. You know how we like to do. Get it cracking. All right, let's see here. Fuck the spark. Let's get it. Pre-show. With the hump, done with your work week, maybe not. Take to the floor anyway, check 1, 2. My voice sounds nice through this mic device. My mind hurts on the boards, controlling the sounds to make the pickup lines fit with the 2-step that you passed in 12th grade. And still book. Let's go. Don't matter. See, we came to party, toast up to proceed to give you what you need. The feeling of fresh air, no problems on a summer day. Life got us, so we have to make moves that's major. Now turn the system up, dash your cares away. No kids, no boss, no finger pointing unless your hands in the air. DJ Rec, what it do? Even, but I know you don't care. Let's go. Yeah, it's that feeling you get. Yeah, it's that feeling you get. Yeah, it's that feeling. But still kept it cool, niggas. I was no longer humble. But still kept it cool, niggas. I was no longer humble. But still kept it cool, niggas. I was no longer humble. But still kept it cool, niggas. I was no longer humble. But still kept it cool, 'cause being a cocky nigga to me is unfavorable. What's in store? I guess I gotta start barking more. Head up, flexing in like no more locked doors. Short nigga with no on or off on his fuse box. Have niggas drinking through straws, get them a juice box. Really don't want it this way. Suggestion, please stop. Real niggas fuck with me the long way like tube socks, block runner. I mean, yeah, I had my time, but didn't want to stay there long enough to claim it's mine. I swear you niggas goofy. Better get you some business, 'cause that block can answer your calls when like you wanting forgiveness. Tough in front of your mans, behind closed doors repenting. Scared to tell the demons you ain't with this new image. Won't do it for yourself, at least do it for the children. Cause they watching and plotting like Alpo in the buildings. Waiting for a chance, you don't give it, then they'll take it. Strip you of your pride and dignity, now you feel naked. Wanting to talk to God, but instead talking to Satan. And he gon' punish you, cause that heat, you can't take it. Show some respect.
But go with they neck piece to the joker of the set. I guess I'm just off the fleck. Hip hop still in the fold, but it's hard to be pressed. But I'm engineering shit, therefore I start with a check. Yes. I embark on the trek each time I spark up the deck. Make the speakers bark, but keep the parchment sharp as Gillette. Right, star and direct, rise the cause and effect. Let the mirror hit you walking by, pause, reflect. Do you use the gift you got to sift the plot and plant seeds and amp greed? It's phantoms trampling dreams in a stampede. I must be the spark my camp need. My man's grieved, so I took the back seat and let Mav lead. None of us can walk our lives quantized or hog-tied. I move the groove to tears and let the song cry. The same old same, you got the wrong guy. Right. I'm the calm in the storm's eye, sagging all the song high.
Yin and yang at war inside the God's body. I deal with energy, frequencies, and vibration. Greatest move that I made is when I joined the nation. I'm older now, I'm careful about who comes around. Got babies now, so I man up to put it down. Keep perfecting my sound, creating my beats. Melting cold hearts and minds with some of the best. Man for the job is the one that's inside you. Block out the negatives and let the positives guide you. Go ahead and do it now if you know like I know. Time waits for no man, let's start the show. Everybody got a gift, nurture it till it grows. Who knows, you might be the next one to blow. Go ahead and do it now if you know like I know. Time
Indeed, forgot his age, but he younger than me. Scholarship, play ball, chemistry, a degree. Indeed, forgot his age, but he younger than me. Scholarship, play ball, chemistry, a degree. Moved to Midwest, then he started his life. Bouncing up the corporate ladder, had some kids with his wife. Don't know a lot about her, but I heard she was trife. Great life, pushed the beamer, kept her sharp as a knife. She wanted other things, like them rings wasn't bonded by God. What's in the garage, his dice was just a mirage. She creeping out on her job, meetings with the massage. Suspicious she was involved, apologies, facades. Her family ill, knew the deal and concealed. Then truth was revealed, now the court docs are sealed. Finally, kids in custody, alimony, trust and fees. If you ain't love them then, why you ever fuck with D? Praise God, he got my homie out that fuckery. It hurts still, but it's time to rebuild and keep it moving. Yeah, to the K-I-M. Trying to be everything that I say I am. She tried to get away with running game by him, but she didn't realize he was playing by him. He keep it moving. Gotta be smarter than that. Going through hard times is a part of the pack. I'm glad the homie saw that he was larger than that. Yeah, much larger than that.
Yo, crazy thing, meant to reborn. Now it's all came together with apex like Voltron. Out the storm, I get risen, call me Phoenix, spit it hot as a flame. True and living, try clock, vision, accurate aim. Sight set on the best, never chasing the fame. Everything that glitters ain't gold, simple and plain. My life is not based on material things. Material means nothing to me. So it seems my arms ain't long enough, and I quite can't reach my goals. So I stay in the stroll, try to teach my seed. Work hard, cherish every breath, breathe, connect with real niggas like I have in S.
Whether I can write or not is not the question. Certain things that you need to be built for this profession. Used to be a time when your skill set was a weapon. Now it's all bullshit that I just don't want to step in. What I'm repping is totally opposite from the norm. Positive vibes in the hood to weather storms. Since I got a message, niggas don't look for them, cause it's too much for their brain and they claim it all harm. What am I doing? Will I ever be accepted? If I'm not in the video gripping the Wesson, if I'm not making it rain even though I'm stressing, just cause it feels like it's somewhat impressive, being something I'm not, faking for riches, models dancing all around like who ain't got no bitches, get heiced up. Nah, I'm lying, fuck your Jews, I'm already shining, it comes with being a stand-up dude.
It's okay to be yourself, my nigga, just stand up. This is a lifestyle, most won't understand, bruh. Looking at the man in the mirror, then I guarantee you'll understand much clearer. It's okay to be yourself, my nigga, just stand up. This is a lifestyle, most won't understand, bruh. Looking at the man in the mirror, then I guarantee you'll understand much clearer.
They say, boy, you done flipped, kinda spasmodic with the bars. We've been looking for a while, there's no time that you went hard. My reply is, bruh, I just
recover all the energy immediately, Mega Man.
You lost somebody close to you.
Dr. Wiley.
That's a good question. We may be able to locate another energy emission from the radar room. We find that media, we'll find Dr. Wiley.
false assumptions lead lead to dumping, IV to pumping. You're feeling something. Catch my drift or catch my 4/5 lift. At least 6 inches above project fences. Turn meat to minces, jumps turn to flinches. When I rain, I trenches, cleared your park benches. Missed you by pitches, your talk is senseless. Actor needs chiropractor for crack jaw. Yes, I rocked your chatterbox. Dangerous, you're not. I get down. Twist your body round and round, upside down.
Come on, yo, throw your hands, come on. Bitch, grab your tits, come on. Let me know you in the spot. Come on, come on. Shit, we about to get it wrong. Come on.
Get in that ass, come fast like Ramadan. It's that phenomenon, dog. You got to call me Francis MH. White intake like toast. So iron was told in shootout, stay low and keep firing. Keep. Put up on rap, the most shady. Ricky baby, ain't no telling where I may be. May see me in DC at Howard Homecoming with my man Capone drumming fucking something. You should know my stilo. Went from 10 G's for blow to 30 G's a show to all G's with O's I never seen before. So Jesus, get off the notorious. Peanuts before I squeeze and bust. If the beef between us, we can settle it with the chrome and metal shit. I make it hot like a kettle hit. You're delicate, you better get who sent you. You still.
Get it on.
Round of applause, 2 a.m. Empty the bars from the lips, hollow tips, rip straight through your jaws. And the steel make you shit your drawers. Your kittens gotta be kitten. Catch you slipping and you catching them paws. Cause the fists come equipped with brass knuckle tips. Gut shot make you drop. Guess I buckled your shit. I ain't lazy, don't ruffle me, bitch. Your body laid on the pave or a grave or the dug in this shit. So please remain quiet when you fuck with that riot. But it's like, where do we start? How did things fall apart? Why are we shooting each other hearts? Knowing we ain't doctors, our speech ain't proper. Throwing jab after jab, only make us sparring partners, and we got it all wrong. That's why I'm penning this song, to get back to times we got along. Times we had fun, talking to the sun. Beat us both to bed the day I made you the one. Now it's just a game of who should take the blame. It really is a shame, our page ain't the same. And when we cross paths, it's like a blood.
You better be glad I'm a man of peace. Cause they be talking slick to a pan of grease. I should bust your lip open handily. Got body back like we just changed the battery. New plan of attack because we just cracked a masterpiece. And that's bad news for any crew that's come. Hey, ho. Told y'all dudes, don't snooze it. You can rest in peace cause sleep is the cousin of death. This a casualty. Told y'all quiet is kept. With a secret they consider best. The rest they say decent. Anybody that's next gotta step inside the ring. With mental I suplex straight into the chicken wing. To show y'all I mean like Gene. Gorilla like Monsoon. You know what I mean? Tsunami.
The big house. I'm driving the car. That's little boy stuff. Make sure my kids ain't today. Are they clean today? Did they learn something today? Are they protected? Something
Fear is just a conquest when confronted tough times. Luck is another side of hope. You get on the other side, fronting on another squad. Like Cain, I have a brother tying rope. Grandmother ham with the pills in my hand. A can cream pebble stolen dreams. Worthy is the man who do all that he can for his fam. Still give a stranger's child a pair of wings. Oh, but I'm cold like Ipsy. Snowstorms seem to miss me. Torn between the books and the crooks. I don't feel pressure when I lecture. Confront all conjecture, and I'm only gonna check it if she looks. Southside's very own. Tuck bone, rook my zone. And I can light up 64 like the pusher zone. Plus buff me on the low like the butcher's home. Promise to keep my brothers pushing on.
See, I've been working, literally, working trying to help these young kids in the streets. I see myself in them, it's like a mirror to me. Working to show the possibilities deliberately. Am I my brother's keeper like G Money was to Nino? Gotta be something deeper than related by blood to be close. Grab the gun and reload. Cain and Abel egos. Be careful cause you know sometimes the wolf become a sheep.
Bars.
Barmageddon.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
What's going on? What's happening?
Hey.
Time again, yo. Hey.
Come on, Malcolm. Come on, Malcolm, tonight on that.
Let's go.
Malcolm.
Talk That Stuff Christmas edition. Pull it right out of the hat. DJ Wild Body here. Let's welcome into the panel. Let's meet the panel. God damn it. Let's meet the panel. Up first, from Flint, Michigan. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give it up for Ron Wallace.
And yes, I wore the matching pajamas today.
Let's go. Up next, from Jersey in the building, let's give it up for Sunray Beats. Shout out to Wallace with the pajamas. And last but not least, right now, from Jersey, down in the Atlanta area, ladies and gentlemen, give it up for CB.
What up, ladies and gentlemen? Good deal, baby.
And I'm DJ Wild Body. This is Talk That Stuff Christmas edition. Welcome, everybody.
Come on, man. Come on, man. Wide Body. Come on, man.
What's up? What you need?
That joint right there?
Yeah, it's heat. It's heat, son. It's heat.
That's crazy.
Flame.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Man, feeling good today. Man. Merry Pagan. Christmas Day to everybody in the building. You know how we do. We got football to do, and then we're going to get into it. That's right. Let's get it. Football. In our country, we call it soccer. Oh, man. That's right. NFL, man, it's been a weird weekend. Football, but hey, they got football. Let's go. Up first, right now, as we speak, Broncos and the Rams. Right now, Rams over the Broncos 41-6. Baker Mayfield having a day of his life, 24 for 28, 230 yards. Akers on the ground for the Rams, 118 yards, 3 TDs. Tyler Higbee, 9 receptions for 94 yards. Man, looking like the Broncos are going to go losing this one. Next game tonight, 8:20, the Buccaneers over at University of Phoenix Stadium to take on the Cardinals. And right now we got a final in. The Packers over the Dolphins, 26-20. The Dolphins lose. They had a lead most of the game. Tua, 16 for 25, 310 yards, 1 TD. Mercer, 8 carries, 45 yards. And Waddle, 5 receptions for 143 yards. Packers improved to 7-8. The Dolphins slide to 8-7. Moving along, this Thursday night's game. Last week, Jaguars over the Jets, 19-3. Trevor Lawrence, 20 for 31, 229 yards. Moving along, Saturday, Bills, Bears, Soldier Field. Bills beat the Bears 35-13. Allen, 172 yards, 2 TD. Singletary, 106 yards, 1 TD. And Jones Jr., 2 receptions for 52 yards. The Bills improved to 12-3. Bears slide to 3-12. Moving along, in Cleveland, the Saints visiting the Browns. The Saints beat the Browns, scored 17-10. Watson, Randy Watson, 15 for 31, 135 yards, 1 INT. Wow. Chubb, 24 carries for 92 yards. Amari Cooper, 6 receptions for 72 yards. They might as well put Brissett back in. This Watson guy's not making it out. Moving along, in Arrowhead Stadium, Kansas City, home of the Chiefs. They take on the Seahawks, and the Chiefs beat the Seahawks, score 24-10. Mahomes, 16 for 28, 224 yards, 2 TDs. Walker, the third running back. Seattle, 26 carries for 107 yards. And Travis Kelce, 6 receptions for 103 yards. The Seahawks improved. They slide to 7-8. The Chiefs improved to 7-3. Moving along, Minnesota, the Vikings hosting the Giants. This was a barn burner. Almost going into OT. The Vikings marched back down. They scored. They beat the Giants, scored 27-24. Daniel Jones, 334 yards, 1 TD. Saquon, 84 yards for 1 TD. And Jefferson, he had a hell of a day, 12 receptions for 133 yards, 1 TD. Giants slide to 8-6-1. Vikings improved 12-3. Moving along, Foxborough Stadium, the Patriots hosting the Bengals, and the Bengals take care of business. They beat the Patriots 22-18. Joe Burrow, 40 for 52, 375 yards, 3 TDs. Mixon, running back, Cincinnati, 16 carries for 65 yards. And Higgins, 8 receptions for 120 yards, 1 TD. The Bengals improved to 11-4. Patriots slide to 7-4. In Charlotte, North Carolina, the Panthers welcome in the Lions. Panthers beat the Lions 37-23. Round of applause for the Lions. Hell of a run. Jared Goff, 355 yards, 3 TDs. Foreman, running back Carolina, 21 carries for 165 yards. And Stark, wide receiver Detroit, 4 receptions for 108 yards. Lions slide to 7-8. The Panthers improve to 6-9. Moving along, Ravens hosting the Falcons. The Falcons, they lose. Ravens at the house, they beat them 17-9. Riddler, quarterback, Atlanta, 22 for 33, 218 yards. Gus Edwards, 11 carries, 99 yards. The Ravens improved to 10-5. Falcons slide to 5-10. Man, what a disappointment. And moving along, in Nashville, the Titans welcome the Texans. The Texans trying to get their second win of the season, and they do. The Texans beat the Titans, scored 19-14. Mills, quarterback, Houston, 17 for 28, 178 yards, 1 TD. Henry, 23 carries for 126 yards. And Dorsett, wide receiver, Houston, 3 receptions for 45 yards. The Texans improved to 2-12. Titans slide to 7-8. Moving along, 49ers, San Francisco. The San Francisco treat. And they had a treat for the Commanders. They welcome in the Commanders into town. They beat the Commanders, scored 37-20. Purdy, San Francisco, quarterback, 234 yards, 2 TDs. McLeod, the third, far receiver, San Francisco, 1 carry, 71 yards, 1 TD. And Kittle, tight end, San Francisco, 6 receptions for 120 yards, 2 TDs. Moving along, Eagles, they're away, going down to Irving, Texas to take on the Cowboys. And the Cowboys take care of business. They beat the Eagles, score 40-34. Minshew, the Chew, back up for Hurts, 24 for 40, 355 yards, 2 TDs. Sanders, running back, Philadelphia, 21 carries for 65 yards. CeeDee Lamb, wide receiver, Dallas, 10 receptions, 120 yards, 2 TDs. The Eagles, they fall to 13-2. The Cowboys improved to 11-4. Moving along, last night, Steelers taking on the Raiders. Raiders hosting the, going on the road at Heinz Field. Steelers beat the Raiders 13-10. Pickett, 244, 1 TD. Najee Harris, running back, Pittsburgh, 16 carries, 53 yards. And the Raiders, they slide to 6-9. Steelers slide to 7-8. And this Monday night game is the Indianapolis Colts welcome in the LA Superchargers. And that is all NFL all over the place this weekend, Christmas Day 25 of this year. Last NFL talk that scores and stats of the year. Hope your team has won. Playoff picture coming very soon. Shout out to the fantasy. What's up, man? I hate the Cowboys. Who's in here? We got hate the Cowboys. I hate the Cowboys. What's going on, fellas? How's everybody doing, man? Hope everyone had a great Christmas.
Shout out to Coop, man. He
Oh man, I know Coop
got a fantasy, dog.
Feeling himself. Oh, he got it. He got it.
I told you I sat back instead of and played Geno Smith.
Oh man, see, left him in the pool.
Yeah. So
yeah.
Merry Christmas.
I seen him there a couple times, but I had Mahomes and Burrow, so I was good with the QB. Actually, if I would have started Burrow this week, I probably would have had a chance. But you know, I was going with the hot hand, man. Was Mahomes. I expect Mahomes to have like 224 and like 1 TD, you know. But it is what it is, man. A couple of those I could have won. You know, I could have been Coop. Shout out to Coop. Congratulations to Coop.
What's up with you and RTO? Is RTO?
Oh, he's beating me, man. There's no way unless Hopkins has a field day tomorrow. I don't stand a chance. And I got the Bucks at the kicker. So RTO's got a 97% chance of actually winning. So shout out to him.
First time for RTO. In
RTO, you know, he always beats me, man.
I'm allowed to choose the
Nothing I can do about it. It just happens, man. Oh shit. I was hitting applause. I didn't even hit that one. My bad. Too early, man. Shout outs. What's going on? Everybody in the chat? We got in the chat. DJ Rec, what is going on? Long time no here. Yeah, this was spur of the moment type of talk that we talked and said, hey, you want to do the podcast? And it was like, yeah, I was out last week, so it's been a couple of weeks for me. So I'm like, I'm done eating. Everyone's bogged down. Presents are open. It's pretty damn cold outside. Where I'm at, I can only imagine what the temperature is like that in y'all necks of the woods, especially in the Midwest. Man, shout out to all y'all out there. Please keep your faucets running. We don't want to have any busted pipes. And, let's go from there. Let the water drip, especially down here. Low of like 26 degrees at one point. And, man, what's the weather looking up y'all neck of the woods right now?
Oh, it was like 7. What was that? What day was that yesterday, man? Shit was crazy out here.
Jesus.
It's a little better now. It's probably about 7. Let's see what the weather is now. Probably about 17 or something.
Right.
Last time I checked anyway.
Man.
Oh, no, actually it's 23. So that ain't too bad. That ain't too bad.
Shit.
It's like 14 today.
Jeez. That's crazy, man. What's the wind chill?
The wind wasn't as bad as it was yesterday. Last night, I mean, yesterday afternoon, it got down to like 1.
Yeah, yesterday was crazy.
Like -22.
Rex says 14 in Philly.
Freezing.
That's crazy, man. Man, y'all stay. I mean, I like cool weather. I'm like a 60, 65 guy. Anything under that, could deal with it. But that's just crazy, man. Obey Bun's cool. Hey, man, did y'all hear about this story? They dropped over 100 migrants arrived near Kamala Harris's house on Saturday evening.
Yeah, house.
Yeah.
In the cold.
3 buses, about 130 immigrants to arrive in New York on Christmas Day, but the buses were rerouted to the Washington area because of road closures and frigid conditions. So they went on to Kamala house.
Yeah, right. And they had about 120 people on them.
130 people. You got to look them out, man. Yeah, that's crazy. I don't know. Yeah, now's a big deal. Migrant dropped outside VP Harris's home on blustery Christmas Eve. You think she let him in?
No.
Nah, but this, I mean, it's crazy how, people use human beings as political pawns because these people was from Texas. The Texas governor sent them up there, and he's also sent people to New York and Philly and all that because they feel, down there they feel like, oh, y'all don't really understand the grasp of it.
Mm-hmm.
So using people as political pawns is not cool.
Nope, sure ain't. Definitely not. Shout out to Miss Jewel. Talked to her early. She might be stopping by for a few minutes. She was getting some rest. Shout out to her. She's been holding it down. Shout out to all y'all, man, for last week coming through. Shout out to RTO for still, keeping the franchise going. But, really nothing today. I didn't really have anything on the agenda, anything on the docket, as you will, to talk about. So, we are personal people here. We like to, let's open it up to the panel. What you guys like to talk about?
Hey, did y'all know that killer whales are not actually whales? They're dolphins.
Part of the dolphins family, yes. An orca is very smart, and I think an orca is smarter than some human beings.
So we going National Geographic route?
Yep.
The orca would have got that. I was making a joke right there.
Yeah, but orcas are very smart. I think they're smarter than some human beings that I know.
Yeah, me too. Because the orca would have known that I was making a joke and would have just left it as is. But go ahead, keep it going.
Where's your National Geographic, man?
Niggas.
Continue with your fun facts, man.
Yeah, man.
You need more fun facts, man?
So let me ask this question. Like, I got the matching pajamas. We all.
Oh yeah, shout out to Wiles for the matching pajamas.
What's the verdict on the matching pajamas?
Yes, we were just talking about that earlier, by the way.
I'm cool with it. I'm in the crib.
Right.
I'm with mine. I'm not out in the streets.
Right.
But I'm seeing some people online. They got
really got pajamas
say about it. Yeah, I got pajamas on. It's Christmas Day.
Let's go. I ain't mad at you.
My kids, my dog has something on, everything. Shoot.
Oh, everybody.
Wow, you got pictures, dog?
I ain't sharing them to y'all.
Okay.
I know what it's like to be cooked over and over. Nah, but I'm saying I've been seeing people saying, "Nah, you can't do that." But I'm like, man, you better chill out. Chill out, man.
Hey, we grown, bro.
You can't be thugging on Christmas, dog.
Right. You can take a day off.
Be in the spirit. Gotta be in the holiday spirit, huh?
Right. But we were saying like we got some single people that really don't celebrate Christmas, but then you got people that have families and girlfriends or wives and stuff that say, hey, sometimes you got to do what you got to do,
No, I done did it.
Huh? No, yeah, I've been there too.
I done did it. I done did it. I've never celebrated Christmas, but the other person, just what happened. They grew up with the Christmas spirit, and I didn't. I don't want to ruin nobody's fun.
Right.
So went along with it a little bit, but I also made it known that I didn't celebrate this, and Santa ain't coming to the house. So certain stuff I let be known. They still celebrated it. The kids.
How do y'all feel about that? Because I know, I mean, first let me ask the question: were you guys ever? Was Santa Claus part in the household when y'all were little? Was Santa dropping presents off, or did y'all?
Not my damn household. I live for black household.
Not for long.
Wasn't no white man coming down this chimney, man. Not in my house. Man. It was too black in my house.
Not for long. Not, my daddy worked 12 hours and then came home like, get in the car, we're going to Myers. It was like December 22nd. Myers, that's Myers, like the toy store. We're going to Myers. Pick out what you want.
I like that.
That was Christmas. And that was Christmas.
Right.
That's what I do for my son now. I don't go on, like I go before Christmas. I don't do none of that surprising, wrapping shit up.
Oh, I don't wrap shit.
And do all that. Yo, we going now. We're gonna give you some gifts. You had a good year. We're gonna give you some gifts, man. Celebration time.
This the order of operations in my house.
Mm-hmm.
I put the tree up the first weekend in December. Or I bring it upstairs. The kids kind of put it up. My wife kind of filters Christmas gifts under the tree. Amazon boxes everywhere, dog. Like my kid, like the kids just don't know. Like, I mean, it's Amazon crazy. Amazon boxes get thrown up, you know, they disappear and more gifts be under the tree. And then that night, the kids go to bed. My wife will come downstairs and be like, hey, they sleep. I go in my little room over here and I just push it under the tree, bro. I ain't wrapping wrapping nothing.
Right.
You know, I'm just sending it up under the tree. And if it is a surprise, I might leave it in the bag down here after they done opened up everything else and make it special. But I ain't wrapping it no gift.
Yeah, I don't like that. I'll use the bag with the little paper and shit. That's as far as I go. I'm not no box.
I'm not with the decorations. I don't decorate. I didn't do that.
Well, let's get into that because I kind of Christmas to me it's always been for the kids. To me,
Yes.
I'm not really and I used to do that, get everybody gifts. I'm like, what the hell am I doing? Looking crazy on January 1st, like, oh man. Like, oh, I really went in. Like, I just think it's for the kids, man. I kind of like, I don't socks or something practical, a wallet maybe. But I ain't mad, man. To me, it's for the kids, man.
I have no expectation of getting a fantastic gift or anything from anybody.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't.
Me neither.
Right,
I know it's for everybody else. You know,
definitely. Yeah.
Because for me, you're gonna have to ask me what I want any damn way.
Right.
Because I'm gonna be like, I want a Fader Port 8. Shit. You're gonna have to come to me, you know what I'm saying? And I'll go out and buy whatever I want.
Right. Same with me.
So, you know, for me, I mean, even my wife, I'd rather her take the money she's gonna spend on me, spend it on the kids.
Right.
Right.
That's just me, though.
That sounds all right.
I'm with it.
Oh,
I'm with
For the
it.
kids, man. Love the kids, man.
I didn't get
I
what
mean,
Santa bring you what you wanted this year for Christmas.
I have seen jokes today, though. Oh, wow.
Really?
Man, not getting shit. Man, not getting nothing.
So what's up,
We
DJ
mentioned
man?
expect nothing though. That's the thing. I mentioned really expect nothing. It's not. Come on, man.
I agree with that. What are your thoughts on that, Smooth?
Thoughts on what? On Christmas?
Yeah.
You want a gift,
I don't
man.
give a
You
shit
want a
about
gift.
Christmas, nigga.
You want to feel
Humbug all
appreciated,
day.
nigga.
All right. Well, humbug to you too, motherfucker.
I used to get called the Grinch on Christmas. That's what my kids called me.
Just to me, and I've noticed like now people are using the Amazon way to doing things, which you could tell, man. Like you order something right now, it's taking a good week to get here. It ain't no 2-day nothing. So you see less traffic out there, and you know I hate driving in that shit, man. Wherever I'm at, you know, especially when we go to the big city and stuff, just people all over the place, not knowing how to drive. People, you know, Black Friday didn't look the same. Now, I don't go out for Black Fridays, but like that, I'm not that kind of dude. Now Black Friday online or something if I do, you know, but I'm not going out there physically and fighting over SD cards. Merry Brickmas, man. He said Merry Bricksmas.
Dog. Nah,
Right.
man. Nah, man. Can't do it.
Mm-mm.
I'm not a shopper like that. I gotta know what I'm getting. Like even when I was with my son, like I told him like, yo, figure out what you need. Let's think about it. We gotta hit them stores. We need to be back. I'm not gonna be out here You know what I'm saying? Because we went to the outlets. You know, that shit basically outside. That shit was like 10 degrees that night, man. So I was like, figure out where you want to go. If we hit them spots, that's it.
I was really going, you know, since I had this week off, I was gonna really pick it up. And then my daughter got sick Monday and Tuesday, so that was a wrap to do during the day. Because I prefer to shop at like 10 in the morning.
Yeah, that's when I was out. Yeah, I was out later.
You know what I mean? I had my daughter, then my wife got sick. So this is the second year in a row that I had people who had the flu and COVID and stuff around during Christmas week. So it was low key, but we made it. Landed the plane.
Glad too. This is kind of, to me, the first year that has not been a real big thorn in people's sides. Like, people, you know, you still have that thought in the back of your mind, but it ain't as, people are more open now. Like, now people are touching people again and shit. Before the funny thing for me is, like, when I see somebody, like, how do you want to be greeted? You want to be the fist bump? Because I ain't gonna lie, man, that fist bump shit was weird, man. Some people. Then you had like some old people that didn't give a shit or care about COVID. They would open their hand up and grab your hand, like, shake my goddamn hand, like, you know, that's what they're saying, but not saying it. They, you know,
talking about like random people and shit. Or
I'm just saying, like people like at your job or people that you come in contact with, like, you
I
seen in a while.
Yeah, I don't touch them people, man.
But I'm saying, like, the fist bump stuff, people were like, the fist bump shit.
Fist bumping, no. I mean, family is different, but yeah, nigga, randoms and shit. I don't do that. Man. I still y'all do that.
High fives, man. Give a high fives.
Yeah, y'all high fiving randoms and shit, man.
I never said I was high fiving randoms. I never said I was high fiving randoms. I said people at work. What?
Well, yeah, that's
come
what
in
I'm
contact with. I didn't say random people.
Still
I don't
random
say
stuff,
people, saying people.
You know what I mean?
What I'm trying to say is
that
that people, like people with that greet people give people pounds, and sometimes when you
I ain't
have
high fiving niggas at work, man.
Insist.
What the hell are you doing? It's your job, man.
Team spirit, man. You got the spirit, man. Let's go. High fiving, man.
Yeah,
I know you. I had a feeling, man. You was one of those guys.
No, I ain't shaking nobody's head at work. Man. I ain't doing that shit.
I should have known.
Yeah.
So what else is going on around this some bitch?
What's in the headlines? I guess it's quiet out there, huh?
Yeah.
It's Christmas, I guess. So it's quiet. Not happy. They've been snitching. Young Thug,
Oh yeah.
That shit, man. Niggas been taking plea deals like a motherfucker.
Whoa.
Man, that can only make it worse for
Yeah, he's gonna.
I don't know the whole story with that, but I mean, is that like unexpected and shit?
No.
I mean,
yeah, that's what I would think.
Paradox.
I would assume that shit was gonna happen.
I don't know everything, but it's a paradox from what typically get talked about on that side of the culture.
Of course.
You know what I'm saying? But in reality, we all know
it's easy to talk about. Yeah, I'm this and I'm that. But when they throwing time at people that ain't really used to having time, you know what I mean?
There's a video floating around of one of them guys' baby mama. She was like, "You got a son." So
yeah, I seen that one.
What you about to do?
Yeah, he should have thought about that before he did whatever crime he did, though. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, but you know, I don't know. I expect people to snitch, especially these young.
The extra producer, happy holidays, brother. But this dude, like you said, that YFN Lucci, he took a plea deal. That dude ain't no street dude. He's like, I'm a rapper, man. I ain't doing that other shit. It ain't the
what crime was he convicted of? Oh, I don't even want to say convicted.
I don't know if it was a RICO, man. He trying to rap these guys on a RICO. It was a RICO case.
So in order to get rap, because you can't just pull me off the street and put me in a RICO because I ain't do shit. You have to have done something. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying. What was he accused of that he took a plea on?
Well, if you're a part of that RICO, if you're a part of an ongoing organization, and
right, and he's a part of that. That's what I'm saying. What is he accused of? It's just one big RICO case. I mean,
yeah, it's weapons. From what I hear, there's weapons. There's a few other things, man. I'm gonna look it up real quick.
Okay, I assume drugs
that
somewhere
nigga,
in there.
Damn, which one said that they was in the call with Thugger? Because they was asking him questions. He said, was that your gun or whatever? You know what I'm saying? He's saying, nah, it's not his. So the only other person that it could be is Young Thug. So it's like certain shit, how they was going about it. It was basically telling on Young Thug. But
So he's the main target, I guess, of the investigation. I take it.
Yeah, for sure.
I have what they saying the charges include possession of drugs with intent to distribute, possession of firearms, 3 counts for being a person employed or associated with a criminal street gang to conduct or participate in criminal gang activity.
And he said they was a gang. Yeah, he said
right.
he actually said that out of his mouth. It was a gang.
So their main
that
crime
question.
basically, I take it, is trafficking drugs and having firearms without having
He
a
might
license.
not have touched the drug, but part of other factions of
But
that,
it don't matter in a RICO
right,
case.
and
It doesn't matter,
that's what
yeah.
I'm saying. That's why that RICO stuff.
What's the actual number of drugs that they're being charged with? Does anybody
I don't know
know?
I don't know the count, but they have possession of drugs.
Because if it's a lot, then you motherfuckers is looking at a lot of time, bro. And then people are gonna start snitching, man. You know what I
That's
mean?
why they
But
got
if it's
that
little,
RICO.
it's like, you know what I mean? You're talking like a less, you know.
Well, if they pulling that in charges, it's got to be a good amount, bro. They ain't gonna hit you for a couple bags of.
That's what I'm assuming for a RICO case. I'm assuming there's got to be a large amount of drugs and shit. You know what I'm saying? So if that's the case, yeah, expect some heavy snitching going on. Unfortunately, for whoever the target is.
And directly telling and shit.
Yeah, expect
Then
that.
they say they didn't snitch on anybody.
Mhm,
Right.
Of course.
How the hell are you home? How the hell are
Yeah,
you
of
home?
course.
Right.
Of course, you know, people gonna
So
make
was
that
he-
distinction. Shit.
So, but 6ix9ine is open up, being able to continue doing your shit after you didn't snitched on a whole gang. And
How's he doing?
He's still making money. He's still getting bread, but he ain't. You know, he's getting around. You know, I heard these little dudes say he the only snitch that can still come to the hood. So obviously,
What hood is this? Where's this guy?
I guess where's he from? Brooklyn somewhere. I don't know exactly where he's from, but
Really, get the fuck out of here.
yeah, man. These little niggas
Nah,
don't. These little
bro,
cats
I
don't
can't
care
see
no more
that
about who is upholding this code though. That's my question I want to ask.
It only takes one. It only
Who's
takes
upholding
one,
this? Them
one
motherfuckers
person.
ain't upholding nothing,
I
man.
don't know. 6ix9ine been out for a minute and he talking shit. He
I
he
know,
out
but I
here.
thought he was like in federal protection and shit. Yeah, I thought he was like
Nah, he ain't want to be on that shit or
Nah.
something. I believe.
He's around, bro. He's still
he
going on
declined the
He out
federal
there.
protection because I know he was like live streaming and shit from like federal
I think
custody
he
or whatever.
declined that.
Giving up his locate, doing dumb shit anyway. You know what I mean? So yeah, you know, hey, well, whatever
Right.
happens, it takes
But-
one person, bro.
But my point is like this code and shit is people doing time for other motherfuckers. Yo, they know that someone's gonna crack this Young Thug shit. It's only a matter of time for somebody gonna come forward because you can't have agree with me or not agree with me. You cannot be a criminal organization. This Young Thug, he probably had a whole bunch of motherfuckers they put under one umbrella. A lot of these motherfuckers were rappers. They were talented. A lot of these motherfuckers had their laptops making beats on Fruit Loops, whatever. And then you had another faction of it. These guys were out there selling drugs and doing shit under that banner. That's what sounds like to me that happened. So at the end of the day,
Well,
the
but
fa-
Young
the-
Thug wasn't selling drugs, so he
Of course
had
he
to
wasn't
be the
selling
one who had to be fronting though.
he's like Paul Castellano.
Yeah, I'm saying he's not out there.
Just like him.
He was giving
He's
an
not
okay
standing on
on
the corner
everything
selling
and
cocaine
doing
and shit,
that.
nigga.
But he's fronting
the
what they
money.
was
Yeah,
saying.
he's using
Of
his
course.
rap money for it.
What's up, RTO?
What up?
He was giving an okay for murders and shit like that. That's what they
Oh,
say.
well, then if he got murdered, he's never coming home. He's never.
Y'all looking at Thug like, well, he dressing like a girl. Like, man, I heard Thug was running shit since he was little. And
But
I
he's
think
never.
Matt
He'll
Ryan
never
did that.
see the light of day again. And
Nah,
they got him
he's
on
gone.
murder charges and shit.
He's staying. He's staying. He's
Yeah,
staying.
nah, it's over for him.
But for his defense, bro, like you gotta believe that some of these crimes was committed, and he didn't okay or sanction it. But since someone that was associated with him, they're gonna wrap that in, man. He gonna have to prove them otherwise.
Well, we'll see what happens. You know what I'm saying? See how good his lawyer is.
It ain't looking
You
good.
doing
I
that,
say it ain't looking good for him. I'll tell you
if you're
that.
living life like that, then you best put money aside for a lawyer, bro. You know what I
would
mean?
you-
A good one, not I ain't talking no average lawyer.
Nah,
you need a good one.
You need somebody that can find loopholes. But my thing is, man, like, what is the goal here? Like, you know, to get out of poverty and shit. And these people want to be so ghetto fabulous that you can't leave that shit alone. And you got money to set yourself up and your family up, and you choose to still partake in this shit. You know,
image.
Image. Yeah.
Image. Got an image to uphold.
Right. And that shit wrapped up into this hip hop stuff. I never bought into that shit. Like, oh, you know, he's a real motherfucker. Like a lot of these dudes are just rappers, man. Like but you know, if you young and that's all you see, you going, oh man, like, cause I ain't gonna lie, when I first seen Ice Cube, man, I thought Ice Cube, man, was the most gangsterist killing his mug that I've ever seen in my life, man. I didn't, you know, but I was young and I was naive. I didn't know, but that's how they portrayed that shit. I mean, am I wrong here? Did you?
But here was the difference. Here was the difference with Ice Cube. Even in the NWA days, every time he talked a bunch of gangster shit, he always lost. He died or got put in jail. Or whatever. Every time he talked a bunch of gangster shit, he ended up losing. So I think that's the problem. That's the balance. Like, you can't be, you know, ain't nobody super. You know, and I think unfortunately you got this side of the game that's very humble, introspective, this, that, and the third, and that's what's getting acclaim, like the bigger, broader acclaim. But then you got this idyllic kind of, oh, I'm untouchable, I'm getting money, I'm a criminal, I'll bust a cap in you and your mama ass,
right,
so on and so forth. And it's like this person is untouchable. So, and even people who over here, when they do a little bit of this, they become more well-rounded as artists.
Right.
You know, one of my I was going to talk about albums of the year.
Let's talk.
And
let's go.
One of my albums of the year is Conway. God Don't Make Mistakes. Because he's talking that, like, you know, he got this side, that part, and he do this part real well. But he also talk about the fact, I'm doing this, I went through this, I went through that. I mean, his story is well known, but he go into it a little bit more. And I think that's what make artists well-rounded. I mean, we all grew up on gangster shit. Let's keep it a buck.
Right.
You know, so yeah, I was gonna talk about albums of the year. But the problem is, how many albums did y'all listen to this year?
I'm looking up the one you just said. You say Conway what?
Exactly. God Don't Make Mistakes is the name of the album. How many albums did y'all listen to? I would dare to argue. I would dare to argue that y'all listened to less than 20 albums all the way through.
I don't listen to no new shit.
I would agree with you.
I was Disease. I listen to that. I played that. I'm still playing that.
Yeah, and Rock got a new album out.
Yep,
man,
that's in my top 10.
Yeah, it hasn't been over 20.
That's in my top 10.
Maybe 10. I don't know.
I don't even think I'm close to 10.
I'm not close to 10 at all.
I doubt I'm close to 5.
Merry Christmas, Shelly. Shelly Reed checking in. How you doing?
So that's the first thing I was gonna say. I think
most of these rappers these days make more news like what you're talking about earlier than really the news with as far as like, because like the 21 Savage cat, I don't know who the hell that is until he started talking shit about Nas. So you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah,
I want to know if you put up a 21 Savage song and said, yo, this the new his new album or whatever. I never know. The only reason I even know who he is because he made the news talking about somebody that I actually listen to.
So to me, and I think I saw this coming a few years ago, rap was going to begin to start to take the background, and we're going to see it even more moving forward for R&B and for soul, because the music that's coming out of soul, and I'm an old nigga, but the music that's coming out of soul is better, you know, to me at this point. So for me, my number 10 project was Alex.
Actually ranked him. Oh, okay.
Alex Isley, Marigold. I like Alex Isley.
Okay.
But I'm telling you, I fuck with SZA, Summer Walker, Alex Isley, Lucky Day. I listen to all that more than I listen to hip hop now.
Why do you
Are
think
those
why
rappers
do you
you
think that
saying,
is?
or are those who are those people? Are those singers?
Those are all singers.
Those all singers. Okay.
They're all R&B singers, various ages, various places they from. You know, I listen to her. I listen to.
Yeah, I like her. Her.
Because rap is like wrestling.
You said her?
Yeah,
Her.
H period E period R.
Okay. I don't know who these.
Oh my God. Her is amazing.
Yeah, she is.
But rap is like wrestling to me now. You know what I'm saying? So number 9, and I'm talking mostly major label releases. Number 9, credit where credit is due. I look at albums too as being technical achievements too. You know, the 21 Savage and Drake album had its moments, and it's a big record.
I agree with that. I listened. Got a chance to listen to it.
You got to give it its credit.
Yeah,
Number 8 was the Freddie Gibbs project, which actually probably should be higher if I go back and listen to it again. The
Freddie Gibbs and who?
That shit was hard.
Yo,
It was Freddie Gibbs and who?
Freddie Gibbs by himself.
But who produced this one?
All kinds of people.
What fucking project is this? Did I miss out on another one?
Oh, so separately. It's a bunch of
the last one I heard was the I want to say it was Alchemist or one of them dudes.
Oh man,
did one with Freddie Gibbs.
This one
I heard a song with him and Jadakiss, and that's the first time I heard this nigga Freddie Gibbs before. But that song is fantastic.
Freddie Gibbs been out for a minute.
Yeah, I never heard of him before.
That's Gary Indiana's finest.
I know.
Like the last one I heard, I know there was one that came out after the Madlib joint that he did something with someone else, but I just can't remember who that was. I want to say it was Alchemist.
So production is from man. I can't even pull it up right now. Production is all over the place. Number 7 is Rock Marciano. Alchemist to me is my favorite hip hop producer right now.
This kid's getting better.
Yeah, Alchemist is one of my favorites. He's one of my all-time favorites.
My favorite.
He's such an adapter.
I got
I'm guaranteed to come to an Alchemist project and have something that I'm gonna listen to over and over.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna listen to the whole thing, and I'm gonna be paying more attention to what he doing than who rap.
Yeah, his beats speak my style, man. His beats speak to me. Yeah.
Let's ask the chat. Chat, what's you guys' albums of the year? Some notables.
And
I think he's still going through his.
I'm not talking about. I mean, I get it's a bunch of producers that's doing a lot of trap stuff that's real popular and this, that, and the third. For me, in terms of what I like, Alchemist is doing that. Number 6, Nas, King's Disease 3, which was cold. People love it. People love it, but I like 2 better.
I like 3 better though. I like 1 and 3.
I like 1 better. I like 1 better.
I think 2 was my favorite too, man.
2 was that joint with Lauren.
I think 2 was my favorite. Yeah.
Crazy. What? And then number 5, JID, The Forever Story. One of J. Cole artists. Outstanding production.
That was a great
well
album.
production, well wrote, just a fantastic rap album.
Who's this?
JID. If JID came out at a different time, JID would be as big as anybody.
Very true.
He would.
Hey, go listen to that album, like for real. That shit's dope.
Yeah, you're gonna have to put it in the chat so I can look these people up because I have no idea.
It's called The Forever Story. Google it. So you got. If he had come out in 2010 with like Currency, Wiz Khalifa, and all them, he'd be one of the biggest in the game today. And I think he's gonna be one of the biggest in the mid to late 2020s. Conway, I said, God don't make mistakes. It was a dude up here named Dame Black, number 3. People Under the Stairs. It was a great album. It's a great artist. Dope beats. Dude named Aaron Green. Fantastic beats. Everything.
Would you think when you guys looked at Griselda, did you think that he would be the guy that actually would stand out? I thought it was always going to be kind of Benny, which I'm all giving them their flowers, but I'm saying as far
Kanye, Kanye.
Who would be in a conversation as album of the year? I would have never thought it would have been Conway.
I thought it was.
I fuck with Conway over all the other dudes. Like
Rex said Rock Marciano Alchemist. Sorry,
I'm sorry, bro. Go ahead. What you say?
Rex said Rock Marciano and Alchemist. That's what he said.
Yeah, that was number 7. I would have thought Benny, and I love everything Benny done put out. You know what I'm saying? Benny got the most. How could I say? He kind of the most comfortable rap act. Like West Side Gun is for certain. West Side. It's an acquired taste.
I don't fuck with this
because of how he rhymes. Conway, Conway can rhyme.
Yeah, I like. He's the most lyrical one. I like Conway.
Benny is probably the most palatable. Like he's just easy to understand. His image is we comfortable with him.
So
Benny.
Oh yeah, that's because he don't look. His face don't look like a flounder and shit. You know what I'm saying? You can't really put Conway in the man.
I knew Benny was gonna be huge. I knew Benny was gonna be huge when I heard him on that song called "Shower Shoe Lords" on Fly Guy. I was like, this dude next. Easy. So there's that. Number 2, my number 2 project of the year was that Jeezy and DJ Drama. That shit go from start to finish.
Really?
Go.
I had to check that out.
I heard a lot of people say
Easy,
they
so
didn't like that shit.
So is this record harder than Thug Motivation 101?
Ain't
Thug
nothing better
Motivation
than that.
101 had the benefit of a lot of people didn't know what to
Jeezy
expect
was.
Yeah.
and who he was. You know, and Thug Motivation 101 had huge records on it.
Yeah.
This is just a record of a proven commodity. Beats is pretty much the same. It ain't all that newfangled thing. Newfangled. It's just
Okay, I can fuck with that.
fuck with it. But it's
You said it was the name of it?
Snowfall.
Damn,
Oh,
nice
okay.
name.
Yeah, that's right. I heard of it. I just never heard it yet.
And
hearing
y'all,
about
you already know what my number one project is.
Have no. Oh, yeah. No,
What's that?
actually, I don't. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Kendrick Lamar.
Oh man. yeah.
Okay.
Anything with
Rap.
Kendrick in it.
Polarizing project.
Yeah.
But listen, not too many can do what that brother do. And I fuck with Ab-Soul. Major. I like his album. I ain't even put that on here. But that Kendrick Lamar, how he executed that shit.
Right.
Man.
I
miss
respect you for actually taking the time and doing that.
Oh, I always do. I'm a connoisseur of this shit.
Yeah, I can see that. I can see that.
I love
He
the
had
game.
a list
Like,
and
I
shit.
still
He
love
bought the
game.
list. Let's go.
Like,
Because
you know
if
what
it
I'm saying? I need my corners. I love the game. I love to see it.
If that shit came out after 2009, 2010, I probably ain't heard it, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Well, let me ask y'all this: what was the worst time in hip hop, like in the last 20 years?
Right now,
Snap era.
I disagree. Right now versus
the snap.
2007.
the flashy shit.
I
That
hate it.
flashy,
The snap era, yeah, the snap.
I could take the whole bad boy puffy coat.
Yeah,
shiny
that snap
suit
shit gotta go.
Over
So,
the
yeah, I
snap
feel you
shit.
on
That snap shit was horrible, bro.
Lean with it, rock with it. Lean with it, rock with it. Yeah, come on,
ringtone
man.
rap era, whatever.
I can't.
Oh yeah.
I've always been able to find what I like. I've always been able to find what I like. I fuck with at that
I just
point,
ignore. I
06
ignore the
to like
popular shit.
2011 or 2012, man.
2012
06 through that time, man. I hated
was
that.
hard. But that was for me, that was Little Brother. That was Lil Wayne.
On a mainstream level.
I just ignore the
Lil Wayne is
mainstream shit. Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it
You can
was
get by with the underground shit.
Mainstream.
I mean, it was both. It was a balance, just like it used to be. Like you had the bullshit, but with that, like you just said, we had Little Brother. I discovered Dilla and Madlib and all that shit during that time.
During that time frame, yeah.
Okay, right.
I didn't hear the
I
niggas
wasn't
till, like after that.
I
but
hear
yeah.
radio shit because work and driving, but
Hey,
if
Mom.
I was able to turn that shit off, then I'm turning it off. But
Yeah.
yeah. During the radio,
Only time you
shit,
gotta, when you go out to a club or something, you gotta put up with that shit. You know what I mean?
But you can't make a hip hop record that's gonna be universally adored and loved by heads, by hip hop heads, by the layman, by
because that lyrical shit don't work in the strip club. I
you
get
can't
that.
make
I
a
get
record
that.
like that. Like Griselda, for me, Griselda came the closest.
They don't
They
play the
feel
biggest in the strip
I
club.
feel like
Not that I
Nas
know.
Old
Disease
school
was kind of
shit
doing that too.
plus hip hop shit, plus they just don't have no mainstream records. You can't.
I
do that.
feel like King's Disease is trying to do that.
Who?
King's Disease, at least the latest one.
Kings of Thieves.
King's Disease.
Nas.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's a balance, and really, I'm gonna say this too: the balance is in the drums. The balance,
Yes, Lord.
Yeah.
balance is in the drum. If it got Trappist drums,
Tell why body that shit.
palatable to
Yeah,
watch.
you love that.
You love them
You love to
drums.
hear
Wide
that.
body, love them drums.
That nigga love the drums, man.
It's the drum. If you got old drums, loud ass snares, and shit like that, it polarizes a certain group of people.
Really?
Absolutely. And there's other motherfuckers who love that shit, like me.
Really?
I love it.
I love lyrics. I ignore most. I don't say all the production, but most of that shit, I ignore that shit. Man. I listen to the lyrics.
Dude, you're different.
I'm
here.
listening to production. Yeah, I'm
Yeah, because
I gotta listen.
Music first.
I'm the spitter, man. So I'm trying to hear what niggas are saying. Like the production is only there to enhance the rapper. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like,
I mean,
I know.
You never get no music for me, big dog.
I kind of get what you're saying though.
It's bullshit. You can't see that.
Before
bro.
I started making the beats, I was into the lyrics more. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't really listening to the beats. But once I started fucking with the beats,
making it, you
nigga,
start.
I really don't want to hear what a nigga got to say.
Open ears.
A good beat for me, a good beat, and then you got good lyrics behind that shit is a blessing.
It's definitely a balance.
Exactly.
It's definitely a balance.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Like I always been music first, even before making music. Like I just gravitated to that shit.
That's why I gravitated to West Coast music. So I mean, when I first heard it, them guys took more care in their beats, instrumentation, fucking funk.
We was always about sampling. With us, it was more.
But they true. And not saying I love
it was a sample.
And they sampled the whole
but,
songs and shit. Them niggas sampled like Puffy. You know what I'm saying? They said just took the whole goddamn song and shit. They
nigga was like, "Here's Puffy, just loop it."
Yeah, that's what I meant to say. Loop.
But that shit worked though. So I can't even hate on.
Why?
It did work.
Yeah.
Why did it?
Why West Coast niggas just put that siren on there? Like,
I like this, Wallace. Go ahead, Wallace. Go ahead, Wallace. I know you're going.
But why did it work? Why is it always
because he sampled something
that was familiar?
Yes, thank you.
Sonically,
something that was familiar for us and the generation before us.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right. And you brought the old people into it too. Oh man, and then the motherfucker like,
I remember that.
Wait a minute.
Nigga, he was conceived to that. So
rapping over Rick James.
I don't think so though, because niggas took a song like if you listen to like the song Nautilus and shit, where it's like I don't know how many beats came from that song, the one song.
Oh yeah, that or the piece of president shits.
No, yeah. I don't even know. I would have to look it up to see how many people took samples from one song.
You know James Brown. You heard about what James Brown did with his drums. He knew that was going on, and he put some shit out.
That shit open.
Let it open.
Niggas to sample.
Shout out to James Brown for that.
Sampling it.
How dope is that?
Every song was the James Brown song back in the day. Shit. Rap.
James Brown, I'm gonna keep my name alive.
Yeah, every song was a James Brown sample and shit. But that song Nautilus, though, I mean, like, I think that's the most sampled song in rap music history. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but the answer to your question, Wallace, I definitely think is because it's recognizable. It was already a hit from the get-go first.
Right.
And then you're modernizing it.
But sampling also gives music a texture. It's like a texture too.
Yeah,
like
definitely.
That it can't be reproduced. It can't be recreated. Like who was my man? Adrian. What's the dude who did the Black Dynamite?
Young.
Adrian Young. It's that them instruments. It's the whole process. You can't get over that texture and what it does to music. In my opinion, like that's why you know what I'm saying hip hop heads love like Alchemist. And why you would deal with like what's my man name from Darren? It's that texture, man.
I kind of got a hot take. I kind of feel like Alchemist kind of dumbed the shit down a little bit to do what everything is going on with the whole Griselda wave. Not saying that it is bad or is whack or whatever, but Alchemist music before don't sound like Alchemist music now.
Doesn't I agree with him?
Exactly.
Oh man.
Like it's not as chopped up as it used to be. Drums is not doing what the drums used to do with him. It's more simplified.
Oh, yes,
I disagree. You listen to like Return of the Mac by Prodigy, like them old Prodigy albums and projects and all that stuff. It sounds just like this. Return of the Mac, all that Currency Coupe, Covert Coupe with Currency, the Carrollton Heights with Currency and all that from the early 2010s. All that shit sounds just like the stuff on what's the Freddie Gibbs project he just did? Not Bandana.
Alchemist got a specific.
I love it.
Style.
I'm thinking more not what he did with. I'm thinking more of the Griselda shit that he's doing. The shit that I hear way more than what I hear him with Freddie Gibbs or whatnot. And if I listen to like the beat tape that he did, what was the rapper's best friend, Whatever the hell
Oh,
the name of that series that he had with the
yeah, I had 1, 2, and
David
3.
shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, like those beats were more upbeat, more high energy. Like I
Okay.
said, the drums was doing more shit than
Gonna make it.
shit like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That
Like the sample was doing even more. It was just more energetic, I would say. These like he wasn't just doing a lot of the fucking the name of it, the genre of music.
say
The
you doing
the
Derek,
fucking not psych rock. What's the name of the fucking genre they always sampling?
you
The
say-
fucking
Yacht rock shit.
well,
not yacht rock, but the foreign psychedelic shit.
oh shit,
what you're talking
mushroom spaz.
I know what you're talking about.
He told Vanny Conway, he said, Darren just doing alchemist type, the alchemist type stuff. Like, what you mean alchemist? But they
Yeah, you
end up
talking
working
about that
together.
Benny interview.
Yeah, he funny, so slick because he waited like a minute or two and went back.
Listen,
back to it.
Listen to the albums he got with Bodie. And you're right, it's a lot of loops. It's a lot of loops with minimal drum. It's minimalistic. You know what I'm saying?
I love it though. I like hearing
Yeah, no, I fuck
imperfections
with
and
it
shit.
too. I fuck
I like
with it
hearing
too.
imperfection. I want to look. I know it's a chop. You can let me know it's a chop. I don't mind hearing. I'm cool with that. I like it. I just like imperfection shit. I love it, man. It just makes. I like shit that I like humanized shit. I like imperfections. I don't like perfect shit. I just don't. Not in everything, but I'm cool with that.
Start making a gang of beats that's off key, nigga. You fucking with it?
Not to that extent. No, that's different. Like I know that shit drive you crazy, and it drive me, because I know, man. Look, off key shit is different.
Let me ask this then. So do you feel like Griselda, that whole movement, Griselda, Rock Marciano, so on and so forth, do you think that impacted hip hop production overall negatively?
No, but if you would have put Griselda 20 years ago, the motherfuckers, listen.
That's where they belong.
Listen, it would, man, the motherfuckers would.
But that's why it's good to be now.
Right. I'm cool. Look, I'm glad they're here. To me, yeah, I do think that. Wallace, I do think because a lot of people are going that route, kind of.
Because I think they let people know that there's still a market for this. It don't have to be underground. You know what I'm saying? It's still a market for this type of rap. Like we still here.
They influence, but I don't think it's negatively. It's a vibe. It's another. It's another.
We still here.
Sounds it's like motherfuckers doing beat culture shit or quote unquote lo-fi or all the other different little niche
shit. The network is out there doing those dirty old men. You know what I'm saying? We still here, man. We still here.
I feel like structurally that Griselda shit got a lot more in common with D-boy like Detroit hip hop or Detroit rap than people think it do, because it ain't no song structure. It ain't no song structure for a lot of the D-boy rap that's going on. Bezo, all that. Y'all probably don't listen to none of that, but it ain't no song. It ain't really no song structure. It's just rapping. You know what I'm saying? The beat come on and you just rapping and you just talking about this. You talk about the same shit, basically. That Griselda talking about, y'all just use different lingo. It's the same shit.
I love that shit. I love it all, man. I like the fact that they're in this era now, keeping the pilot a little bit to open up doors, and there's nothing. They're going to open up doors for people to, to kind of mimic that in a sense, but not mimic it.
You talking about Detroit rap? I'm
talking about. Look, I'm with Griselda, that style, and all those names you named. I'm pretty sure I could kind of relate as far as them. I mean, shit, man. We was out in Detroit. They had a fucking mirror out there. Them niggas.
Oh yeah, for sure. For sure, but I'm gonna tell
you, Griselda's just a throwback to shit we grew up listening to.
Right.
Slight variances in the music, but lyrically, niggas are spitting same shit.
Right.
It's familiar.
Hey, if y'all get a chance, go check out Star on Hot Night. He went on Flex's show, and starring him. They had that falling out with 105.1. Well. That Power 105.1, he was saying, telling Flex, man, what's wrong with you, man? Play this motherfucker too. Play this, play that, man. Fuck all that. Yo, play that. Oh, we good now? Cause Flex, I guess they made up and shit. But yeah, Star, man, go check that Star interview out, man. Very, very.
I think Flex ain't about to play that shit.
I'm all digital. Flex.
You know what? That's a whole different topic.
Flex was a pioneer to us because we knew Flex when he was local, kind of like tri-state.
Yeah, y'all did.
We came up with Flex was doing fucking 3. He was coming
So what
on
was
after
Flex
Anthony
now?
Martinez.
He global now?
Nah, that
I
nigga.
mean, he
hit.
not. Yeah, Flex ain't no local nigga no more. I mean, even though we don't.
I don't know.
But Flex, remember Flex?
Yeah,
Eddie
that's what I'm
Martinez,
saying.
Flex,
That was
Wendy
our
Williams.
That was our dude, but
Yeah.
I ain't in that area anymore, so I can't say.
Well, Flex.
That
I mean,
nigga
the internet
Flex went
made
from
him.
being a regular
he grew
dude
big. He
to now
definitely grew
getting
big.
back liposuction.
A lot of people don't.
I'll be honest. When we was growing up, New York, and I done wrote about this. New York was like a fairy tale to us. Like when those of us who love hip hop, we had no understanding of, we heard about the Bronx and East Coast, this, that. I'm talking about, and I'm just gonna talk about me. Like, what I'm saying? You see these places in videos or whatever, and we had like this dream like understanding of what New York City was. So, we hear these things about these Ron G tapes and stuff like that.
Oh yeah.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
People outside of the United States, they looking at a lot of the United States the same way. They look at hip hop as a whole that way.
I missed the mixtape.
So I can understand how
SNS.
That whole mixtape era, that was a crazy era.
That shit was sick.
That was because it was official. It was tapes. It was real actual tapes. When we say your mixtape now, we just say it as a term.
Right.
He's dropping
You know what I'm
music.
saying? But
Shout
these
out
was
Dat Piff.
actual tapes that niggas used to have. You know what I'm saying?
And
Yeah,
all the
that
way
Piff
up
was
to,
crazy
like,
too. That Piff
Yeah,
was
Dat
crazy
Piff.
too. But
all the way up through like Budden and Paul Kane and Fabulous and
Yeah.
all that. We didn't have no concept of that.
Clue
We
tapes
knew
too.
what we
The Clue tapes was sick too.
Oh yeah, Clue. Yes. Cut Master C.
Yeah. You know,
Sycamore instrumentals. Shit,
isn't that how DJ Envy got on? DJ Envy got on like doing that shit, right?
Yeah.
Mixtape shit. Man.
Yeah, the
I don't
radio.
know where the place is where Diddy did, because Diddy did the video for Can't You See, Craig Mack, Making Moves with Puff, I think it was. He made them videos all in the same place, I think, with the lights flashing. It was like a church or something like that. And to us, we like, dang, that's a real place.
Hey, yo, so let me ask you this, Wallace. Who did you identify with more, like when you style wise, like with the rap? You listen to more East Coast shit, or you listen to? Because I know it could go either way, kind of. At least for like Chicago, like people I met from Chicago, I met dudes that only listen to New York rap, and I met dudes that only listen to like West Coast and wasn't trying to hear nothing for the East Coast.
Fantastic question. So East Coast was a culture that, I'm from Flint, right? East Coast was a culture that seemed to be so different from where we was from,
right?
That we heard the words, we saw the style, this, that, and the third, but it was different to us. Now, when West Coast rap came and South rap came, we could relate more to that because we looked at how they dress. They dress like us.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They dress like us to a point. And they're also, their style was a little bit more accessible to us. Cause if you wasn't from those places, you was biting those styles. So yeah, we had, cats in, if a cat came, I'm just speaking for myself. If a cat came to school and he had on some, some lottos after a certain time, we was like, hey, you know what I'm saying?
Lottos.
we related to what we saw. Like when the West Coast came, a lot of people gravitated towards that.
Okay.
But East Coast, East Coast was like a treat. You know what I'm saying? I think about like EPMD. You know what I'm saying? EPMD was driving foreign cars and this, that, and the third. And for us, for me, and for my cousin Quentin, who I grew up in the game with, West Coast was accessible because they was regular niggas.
Yeah.
They was just chilling.
I got you. Yeah, I got you.
So yeah, that's what I would say.
I got a question.
It's more of a car culture too, because when I look back on it, it's more about chilling in the cars with a lot of people. I didn't have a car. I was 27. Like a lot of people that we grew up with don't even be having L's. Don't even get their L's until like later on. Like, so car culture was never that big for us because
that's big. Cars played a major role. Like y'all didn't know nothing about like DJ Magic Mike and shit, did y'all?
Nah.
Oh, I heard of Magic Mike.
Heard of him, but we wasn't big on him like that.
I don't think I even
Magic
heard
Mike
of
had the debate shit, right?
Mike
Is
came
that
out
it?
with tape. It was
That's not. I'm thinking like a pimp or something. Is that a pimp name, Magic Mike or something like that?
I mean, they would
I'm thinking something crazy.
Magic Mike had them big ass touch your speakers out with that shit.
Yeah, no, I don't know who that is.
Yeah. And so hip hop impacted car culture. It impacted the whole car audio game.
Yeah.
Like, wasn't nobody trying to get no kicker boxes in the trunk of their car. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that was us. That was us.
Archie, you had a question?
Yeah. And kind of like an observation too. Why do you think, or do you even see how Detroit kind of took or adopted the Bay sound over the LA sound? Do you have anything? I'm fucking up a word to say, but do you see that? And if you do you have a reason why?
Detroit taking the Bay sound?
Yeah, because there's similar sound. The music, the rhyme style, like you were talking about the drug dealer rap shit. That shit sounds just like Bay shit.
I don't know.
It's very fucking close.
I don't know. What I say is
Detroit has that Bay Area shit is different to me because it's all like up tempo shit. I thought like dancey.
I don't know if you listen to
dancey up tempo shit.
I don't know if you listen to Coke Detroit rap, but
nah,
it's very similar.
Okay?
It's a lot. It's a lot, but Detroit and the Bay like cousins.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
but I was tripping, like I was thinking like, why not some of the LA shit too? Even though because I'm thinking like you
I don't want to.
Let me get on Mustard, but you know how Mustard took our shit, and so I was thinking like, because I don't have a problem with Detroit doing that shit, because like I say, cousins, there's nothing but love with that shit. But go ahead.
Question.
I think it's different, and then they fed off each other. Ain't nobody in Detroit. There's nobody in Detroit large scale that's, in my opinion, that's like bumping people from the Bay. Like that's like super duper supporting people in the Bay. I don't know, but again, I'm outside of that part of the culture. Better question for somebody else. But for me,
I heard niggas talking about Mozzie.
You said maybe the Bay. Clark said maybe the Bay bit the Detroit sound.
Yeah.
Nah, nigga, that shit's been. Boy,
I know that's a hard pill.
Stop trying
to see here for me, Oakland sound, in my opinion, Oakland sound is a result, and you can correct me if I'm wrong. It's a result of the roots of the funk was there beforehand. Then you had like E40, the Sick With It whole movement. It's that a lot of and it evolved to Mac Dre and this, that, and the third. And for Detroit, it wasn't so much about. To me, Detroit hip hop that evolved that way, it wasn't as cool. Like it wasn't as laid back. You know what I'm saying? They was talking about getting abroad, this, that, and the third. But Detroit was rapping straight stressed out at that point. Like I'm getting money, I'm trying to survive, blah, blah, blah. So I don't know if they are as alike as we may think. Now the music may be similar.
I'm mainly talking about the music, but content wise, I don't heard some of the shit being the same too, but mainly the musical style.
But I would dare to argue that how they rhyme, that's strictly Detroit created. I'm sorry. How they rap, how they be rap, how they rap a little bit off beat, that's some Detroit shit.
So
straight up.
Yo, when I hear the Bay and I hear niggas like E40 and yo, I don't understand what the hell Mac Dre. I don't know what the hell's going on, bro.
You need to educate
go
yourself,
back and
brother.
listen to Mac Dre, because Mac Dre don't sound shit like 40.
No, I'm not saying they sound like 40, but the niggas that can't rap to the beat and just rap awkward and shit. I'm just like, yo, what the fuck is these niggas even talking about?
Bro.
I don't get it.
Different pocket.
Different pocket.
You ain't gotta even go there. It's just a different pocket, and you.
That shit went way over my head, bro. I was just like, yo, y'all niggas listen to this shit, like, yo,
Listen, it was
like a motherfucker. Like,
I'll say I did myself.
10 years old.
I did myself a disservice because I was in, I thought we had everything we needed in the East Coast kind of at first, and then I kind of did myself a disservice because I didn't jump on things when they needed to be jumped on. I also think that a lot of the sound has to do definitely with the producer and how he was operating. So He did.
But
I
the
think
East
he
Coast turned
dictated
down
that.
a lot of other people's music. That was the
We
problem
did.
with
We fucking did, dude.
New
Like,
York and the East Coast area. We
Yeah,
turned
because
down a
I
lot
wasn't
of
trying to
people's
hear that
music.
shit, but I was on that West Coast shit though. I was on.
I was too.
And all that.
Yeah, the
And
West
all
Coast
that early on. Yeah,
Big
I was-
impact on us, nigga. We
It
was
took a
wearing
while
the
to get to
flannels.
the South. It took a while for us to like the southern
Oh,
shit.
that was the
I like
last one.
Scarface, but I didn't recognize that Scarface was a Southern rapper. I didn't really. It didn't really.
Ghetto
occur.
Boys, man.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, it didn't occur to
There
me.
were
It just-
exceptions for sure. There definitely were
Yeah.
exceptions.
But
Snoop?
like, yeah, UGK and shit like that, I couldn't listen to that.
Nah,
shit,
we wasn't doing
man.
the UGK, but
Yeah.
Snoop and them, they got love.
Yin Yang,
Great.
Snoop definitely
twins
yeah.
and that shit.
Okay, so why? What was it at that time about UGK that y'all wasn't fucking with?
Him and
I didn't hear them niggas.
Country.
I didn't hear the songs.
So
and shit.
it was the cadence and
I just don't think niggas took time because after a while I
it
started
wasn't
liking
lyrically
them
appealing
niggas.
to me.
There's a substance to it, man, because you gotta realize we was doing substance in our shit. We was trying to twist words and get motherfuckers to rewind
So
shit.
I heard
Them
niggas
motherfuckers
talking
wasn't
about
doing that. That's my
Socrates'
critique.
philosophies and my hypotheses. Can't the tribe how I be rocking these mockeries. I heard shit like that, and I'm listening to some
There you
niggas
go.
stop
I'm with
talking
Malcolm.
about,
I'm
like,
with Smooth on that.
I understand.
Can I keep it a buck?
I was like, yo, what the hell is this? What am I listening to? Now, Hot
Can I
Boys,
keep it
that's a
up?
different story. Hot Boys, when they came out, I was
Cool.
like, yo, that shit straight, son. It's just- I was
From the
fucking-
outside looking in, the East Coast treated Southern rap like Southern rappers was the niggas of rap when they came out. The East
can
Coast
agree
was
with
like
that.
they was like these cats don't even sound
Undisciplined.
smart. Like they don't even sound smart.
Undisciplined, uneducated.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then let's keep it a buck. Let's keep it a buck. The majority of time, like when East Coast people got introduced to Southern hip hop, who they get introduced to? Shy-D, Uncle Luke, Two Live Crew,
Yeah.
and all that.
Yeah.
That's what they saw first. So they was like,
Yeah.
man,
True.
it was until the Outkast, the Ghetto Boys, them that people started saying, okay, now this is something that's different and it's dope.
Yep.
My
Mhm.
opinion.
I like the instrumentation of the West Coast, man. I love that shit, man.
It took
It
a
wa-
while, like even Bone Thugs and Harmony when they
Oh,
first came out.
Yo, I
Niggas
was out-
over here ain't like them. Niggas was like,
Yeah, I
yo,
wasn't fucking with them.
Yeah, that
I
shit
kind of
was
felt them though, because it was
instantly
different. They was
It was different.
harmonizing. I was like, yo, this
Right.
shit is crazy to me.
Yeah, that I love both.
I know
both too.
y'all got some years over me, but nigga, when Bone came out, nigga,
was it.
instantly
It was everything.
I was fucking with it immediately.
Never.
Like,
Nobody was
'cause
doing
I like fast rappers. Like I was fucking with
Twister?
Twister
You
when
like
he was
Twister?
tongue twister.
Yeah,
Like I remember seeing that nigga on Star Search and shit, and I was amazed by that shit.
God, yeah.
yeah.
One of my,
Yeah,
one of
no,
my
that nigga
Chicago
was on
niggas.
Star Search, and when he had the Guinness Book of World Record
Yeah,
for
I remember
rapping
that.
the fastest.
I
and shit.
remember that.
I was like, this shit crazy. What the fuck? And then, of course, listening to 40 and shit, even though 40 wasn't spitting like that, 40 did have fast rhymes in his rap, and he'll slow it down and speed it up and all that
40
shit.
was a legend of y'all, man. That nigga was
But
like,
he had his own lingo. That's what fucked East Coast
Yeah,
niggas up.
yeah,
They was just like,
yeah,
what the
yeah.
fuck? I don't know what the
Yeah,
fuck
you
he
Yo,
couldn't
my-
play,
yo,
boy.
my
That
paper
shit
route.
come on.
You had
BET,
to
boy, we used to
be
cut the TV
here
off,
to know
man.
what the fuck this nigga talking about and shit.
About to
So
go-
I can
go-
understand that this nigga talking about guap and shit
go my
like
paper
that.
route,
and-
huh?
Yeah, I can understand. Like, what the fuck this nigga talking about? Like, what is?
I still can't
Yeah,
listen to it. Like today, I lived in LA, bro. You know,
I
all the
can
people.
listen to him now. Like somebody, like I kind of grown into it. I guess. Like I'm more, my mind is more open.
Your
Me
horizons
too.
are more
And
broad.
I still
when
can't
it's
do it,
coming.
bro. I still
Right.
can't do it, man.
Being more
And I'ma
hip
tell
than
you,
hippopotamus. Get off in
Bone
your
came
head.
around.
Like, yeah, go ahead.
And Bone came around, man. They had Michigan on smash.
I bet they did. I bet they did.
That damn Busy Bone. It's the
Yeah.
niggas with
Yeah.
this bone.
Yo, that was actually my shit on the low. I couldn't tell niggas over here that shit.
You know, I
That
fuck
was
with, I
my
fuck with that
shit,
song
nigga.
with Tupac in it, yo.
You talking about
With the gun clapping in that shit, man.
yeah, God, I'm trying to remember the name of it, but yeah.
That's my shit, nigga.
You know what? Like all right, so I'm part of the crew who I'm a little mad at Pac for not trying to step it up a little bit, especially that Biggie came through and was doing this thing on Notorious Thugs, and Pac was like, trying to rap.
That's what made it. That's what made it okay for the East Coast
That
niggas
nigga
like
Pac
me
started
to
rapping
listen to
slower.
Bone Thugs right there. That shit right there.
That shit was a hit right there. Bro.
Before that, I wasn't even. Nigga, that shit got zero
like-
play. Nigga, fucking with
I don't
me.
know the history of that song, but I feel like Pac rapped over a different beat. In my opinion.
It wasn't a regular double time.
I could see that. I could hear that. I could definitely.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Because there's other times when I heard him do a little double time. It wasn't like he would just double time the whole song, but there'd been little phrases or whatever he'd do this shit. So I was like, when I heard that he was on Wilson, I was like, all right, we're gonna have Pac out here.
It's hard to do Hennessy and Enemies in double time, bro. That's kind of hard.
Come on, man. That nigga say more than that. That's just what y'all niggas
Hot take, and I need one.
Y'all need to go listen to fucking Tupac
Hot take
now.
Hot takes, man. And I hesitate to even go there, but Tupac is not that lyrical, bro. He's not lyrical at all, man.
You need to go back and listen. Go back to the older joints.
No.
Go back to the older
I
joints.
disagree. I'm gonna have to
Go
disagree
back to
with
the
you.
older joints.
Lyrically, not that.
Pop
Not that
is
spectacular.
lyrical. It's just not. It's not
Pop
how
shit
y'all
was just
niggas
real.
do.
Like,
that
people
nigga
just felt
wasn't.
his
That
energy.
nigga wasn't
They felt
Nas, but he was lyrical.
That presence, man.
I think
He had
Pop- I
emotional.
think
He had
Pop was
emotional
lyrical.
reaction. out
And he
of
was
it.
real.
I get that.
He was really real with his shit. He was just
I get
rhyming.
that. I get
Right,
that,
yeah.
and for me to say that, and I've been having this argument since I was in the Navy, and we used to have like 3 people on the Biggie side, and you would get 25 people on Tupac's side ready to
Yeah.
fight, and I'm just like, yo, I'm not trying to fight. I just saying Biggie's a
Fuck
better
your
rapper
bitch
than
and
Tupac,
fuck your
and-
bitch in a click you claim West
and
Side when we
25
ride
motherfuckers
come
be
equipped
ready to
with
ride,
game.
and then I had to admit that
Bars.
there's something emotionally
There you go.
to that. There's something emotionally to Tupac that gives
Tupac
people
just
that
didn't have
reaction.
the wordplay. Like
Yeah.
Biggie had the wordplay.
But you
Right.
couldn't say that because niggas be ready to kill for that shit. And I'm
Yeah.
just like, what the fuck is wrong
That's
with
the
you? Like, yo, to
But
me,
that don't
Biggie's
make
a better
him not a
lyricist.
lyricist though, because he didn't
Right.
have no
Thank you. That doesn't mean
big
that
ass.
it's not lyrical. It's not like he got cat in the hat rhymes.
Right.
Yeah.
That's what it felt like to me. It felt like he was Dr. Seuss rhymes.
Damn.
You know
Come
what I'm
on,
saying?
man.
Nah,
Damn.
man.
It was nothing intricate about it.
We keep on coming while you running for your jewels. Steady gunning, keep you busting at the
But
fools.
it
You know
ends
the
up being
rules.
just like
It's
this,
like,
where all y'all
if
niggas are
that's the
coming at me
case,
for
if
saying
you
what I'm
feel-
saying. This shit now. It ends up repeating itself.
But it's-
Like if you
Saying
felt
out your
that
niggas
about
ready to
Pac,
lynch
then
me
I
for
hate to
that
ask
shit.
how
You going
feel
too
about
far,
Too
nigga. That's
Short.
wild, man. You going way too far.
Like if you feel that
Controversy
about
and shit.
Pac, then I hate to ask what you feel about Too Short.
Oh,
Too Short, I think it's dope.
Too Short to me.
Oh,
Too
come
short.
on.
No, Tupac?
Too Short to me
No,
was
not
swag,
lyrically,
dog.
not
I
lyrically,
like.
but I mean, he say what he got to say, he get his point across. There's something to that. There's something to
Too
like
Short.
the Uncle Murders, the Too Shorts, the people that's not really gifted lyrically, but not even going to try to be. Like, yo, fuck it.
Any of y'all niggas like Silk the
They know they
Shocker?
lane.
Silk the
Hell,
Shocker.
now that nigga
That's the
is whack.
best rapper on
Nah.
earth. That nigga
Silk
fire.
the Shocker is fucking pathetic.
Man,
That nigga
come
got
on,
the
Tupac.
hardest bars ever, nigga. Silk killing Royce the 5 times.
That means I
Yeah.
like rap for bucks.
I'm put
but I
them
hate the way
niggas
he
in the
rhyme.
battle, nigga.
That
Silk,
Tupac
all
argument,
Silk
dude,
gotta do is rap the damn song he got with Maya. Nigga, he killing Royce all day.
he killing Royce, you said? God.
Yeah, man.
Damn.
Silk a fucking beast. I'll be sleeping
Hey,
on
Detroit,
Silk,
you gonna
man.
stand for that? Hey, Wallace,
Oh,
you gonna
no.
let that ride, man?
I'm
You
just
gonna let
playing,
that
bro.
ride?
No.
Hey,
No.
who's the best, who's the
I
best
thought
rapper
you
in
could
Detroit?
tell that was
Wallace?
sarcastic.
I know,
Yo,
I
his
know, I know,
whole
I know.
rhyming pattern is whack. That's the way he rhyme. Like,
I think Royce is the best Detroit rapper. Wallace, what you got to say about
Oh, Royce, he up there. I like personally. It's a matter of Elzai, man. Elzai
Yeah.
is
I like Elzai.
Is
technically
how
Elzai, I
he
can
do.
listen to.
Now,
wanna-
Elzai, what that nigga do, what his wordplay, how he is, the storytelling this nigga do, is Elzai a fucking monster, bro.
Love
Like,
Elzai is the rapper that any producer from our era would love to work with.
I like
mhm.
blue collar rappers, man. People that bring their lunch pail to work. That's
But
that
Royce
motherfucker
ain't
to
nothing
me.
to shake a
Obi
stick.
Trice. Obi Trice.
Oh, hey, I hate that
I fuck-
motherfucker.
Nah,
Obi
I
Trice.
fuck with Obi. I
Hate
don't give a fuck
Obi.
Yeah,
what
what's wrong
nobody
with
say,
Trice?
man. I
Oh,
fuck with
Obi, dog.
I
Oh,
What
fuck
happened
with
to
Obi
him?
Trice.
I heard
Fuck
like
with
one
Obi.
song with that nigga, and that was it.
Obi
I fuck
Trice.
with a lot of D12. I just probably wasn't fucking with Bizarre like that
Nah,
on some lyric shit, but
Nah.
everyone else I was fucking with.
Yeah, I can't fuck with D12, nigga. I fuck with Eminem though. I still fuck with Eminem hard.
Can't fuck with Eminem. I don't like what he rhyme about. He don't.
You
I've
haven't
never
heard.
it.
You haven't listened to Eminem, then, bro.
Talking about his daughter. And, I don't know. I just can't.
You haven't heard Eminem. Go listen to Rap God and then come back to this conversation, bro.
Like when he was on the shit with Jay-Z. I like that. I mean, he's
you
skilled.
can't say these words, bro. To go listen to Rap God, man.
Like he's skilled. I ain't saying he whack, but I just don't like the shit.
I bought that nigga first album, so I can't say shit.
Yeah, I fuck with Slim. I fuck with Slim Shady.
Sure.
I like.
Yeah, I was all over that shit. I ain't shit.
Right, with Spice Girls, I want to impregnate.
I feel like I was like,
I mean, that shit was
here
dumb.
spit. This motherfucker spitting though. I
Let me-
feel like I can't.
He's not
Hey,
rapping
Wallace.
that dumb shit.
Hey,
no
hold
more.
on.
Don't do
Hey,
that stupid
hold
shit.
on, y'all. Hold on. Go ahead, Wallace. I got a question for you too.
Eminem is the most disrespected rapper in the history of hip hop.
I might have to
Yeah, I say that.
Wow.
Eminem
I would
is
say that because he do his thing, and then
Disrespected
you gonna
good
have
rapper?
motherfuckers.
Because
you
Hammer,
motherfuckers
I
gonna
think Hammer
hate
had
him
the,
Damn,
just for the simple fact that it's him, and niggas just don't. Niggas go past what his
Because they give him so much
his
props
skill.
and all that. The white
Yeah,
people
he's
and
just
all
a
that.
white
Part
dude.
of
He's
his game.
up there, like
Cool
so.
J is disrespected too, by the way. But
I think Hammer was the most disrespected. I mean, they try to
Eminem,
slaughter Hammer.
Nah, I wouldn't say that. The most Hammer.
Man, I mean, not today, but during that time when he was out, niggas try to the gas face nigga. There was so many Hammer disses out there. Ice Cube
It was a lot.
He was doing good for his people, bringing them on the road with him, putting
That's
money in his
something
pocket.
he paid, though.
Hammer, man.
We ain't shit. We ain't shit, man.
at a time when hip hop was being dominated by bling bling, this, that, and the third, you know, this flashiness as well as this pop shit, you know what I'm saying? This, that, and the third.
Right.
Eminem was holding his own with Raucus and them.
Mm-hmm.
And
That's true.
Eminem was barring
Mm-hmm.
with anybody.
Yeah.
Now, over time, you know, anytime somebody get huge, it get harder to stay in touch. And then he kind of turned into like a parlor act almost, like rapping for the sake of rapping per se. But
Yeah.
Eminem,
Y'all accept that nigga? Did y'all embrace that nigga right away, or did it take some time?
murdering shit. Eminem murdered 2001. Murdered.
Yeah.
Eminem. Eminem.
Okay,
was
but
riding his ass
You know what
off.
Eminem fucked up? Eminem fucked to me.
Let me say this too. He put all his people on, or most
did
of
all
the
that,
people on D12. He
Yeah.
didn't have to do that. I don't know the whole story. I'm sure it was some kind of, people may view it differently, but from the outside looking in, he put on his, you know, he put on other people. Shady became huge. You know, I think people disrespect him because it's recency, man. He, you know, he been in the game 20 years. He gonna come out.
I feel like when they signed 50 and he
Technically-
started coming out with songs like "I'm a Soldier" and all that shit, I think that's when it just started.
okay, but who really bumps? Like, have you went to clubs and people riding their cars?
That ain't the
Have you
point,
really
though.
heard people
That
bumping
ain't the
Eminem
point.
like that?
Yeah,
That's not the point.
Yeah,
That ain't really the point. But if you want to listen to some bars, some lyricism,
I
put
never
that
doubted
nigga
his
on.
skills. No, he got skills. I just don't fuck with it. I don't like what he rap about, but he got skills.
But ain't nobody bumping Kendrick Lamar either.
That's true.
Don't
Well,
nobody,
yeah.
don't nobody be bumping.
Well, I don't know
J.
in
Cole.
Cali. I don't know what they do in Cali.
Be
Maybe they
bumping
do.
J. Cole.
yeah, they play in Cali.
Like, yeah,
I
ain't
know.
no
I
I
never
was
did
bumping
it.
J. Cole a
rapping
little
at
bit.
the
Though.
club.
I never
J.
played
Cole
a
fell
Kendrick
off to me.
Lamar. That's another dude that's a regular dude to me, man. J. Cole, man.
You
J.
crazy?
Cole's a regular dude.
Yeah,
You
don't
heard-
say nothing- he don't say
Cole
nothing
is a
that moves
beast.
me, bro.
Cole,
You heard
come on,
that
man.
shit with him,
Stop,
regular
stop,
sometimes,
You heard that
stop
shit
this,
with
man.
Benny the Butcher and him,
Cole
man?
be
It's
killing
Cole's
shit.
trying to
video.
start controversy, man.
You don't
He's
say
trying to
nothing that
start
moves me,
controversy,
man.
Yeah, I think
Stop,
he is.
I
man.
will out rap J.
Stop.
Cole, man. I can out rap J. Cole.
Stop, man.
Hey,
Stop.
hey, who got that song?
They
Who
cold
got
nice
that?
nigga.
J. Cole, not
Who
for,
got
J.
that?
Cole's a
Lots of
regular
shoes,
dude. He don't say
nigga.
nothing
Gun
impressive, bro. He don't say
Oh,
nothing.
Lots of shoes,
All right,
niggas.
bro. All right, we had to do that shit. We had to do
You
that
heard
shit
the
after
rhyme with him
the
and Benny
show.
the Butcher? J. Cole, Benny the Butcher? That's probably old.
Yeah, Benny the Butcher slaughtered that nigga, man. Yeah, I heard that shit, nigga.
Nah, his verse was better than Benny's. To me, his verse was better on that song.
Wait, you said
That
like
nigga
an emo
Florida
rapper,
J.
but
Cole on that
on
nigga
that
John
Cole
Beef
song
Beef
goes
cat?
he's
off.
not as good as Joe Budden. Is, you know what I mean? He like an emo guy, but not as good as Joe Budden. Yo. So
Who that?
I ain't fucking with J. Cole, man. I'm good.
Damn.
Y'all can keep that.
You need to. What's the name of that song that he did on?
It's bullshit. You can't see that, brother.
What's the name of the song he did on High Tech's album? The one with Jay Electronica. What's the name? when he completely spazzed on that fucking verse.
It's a couple of these spazzed. That's what I'm saying. Oh,
He
yeah.
might have a
That
couple
was-
of days back.
I heard that was like this nigga spitting like holy, like he held his own with Jay Electronica, Talib, and whoever.
Damn,
the
I
fuck
forgot
else was
about
on
Jay
that song.
Electronica. Forgot about
That
that.
nigga
Everybody
went off
forgot
on
about
that
that
fucking
nigga.
song.
That nigga pissed me off, Jay
Yeah,
Electronica,
he
man.
gave the world blue balls. And shit.
Yeah, fuck Jay Electronica. He definitely gave
Hey,
motherfucker blue balls,
Hey,
bro.
wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute,
World
wait,
Blue
wait,
Balls.
wait. That Jay Electronica that came out with Jay-Z with what's the song?
Yeah.
Exhibit C.
The first one that
Exhibit
came
A.
out.
was the shit.
Nah,
Yeah.
you talking
One of
about
the
niggas
exhibits.
that didn't have none of
The
that.
first album that came out that had All Praise Due to Allah and
Oh, you talking
I
about?
think I know what you're talking about.
the one, you know, the one that came out after we waited for a long time.
Oh,
He only had one-
the
he only had one
the Jay Z
10
album.
years, nigga.
Yeah,
What, Jay-Z
the
album?
Jay-Z album.
Jay-Z
Yeah,
album.
the Jay-Z album. That one.
It was
That
mixed
one.
terrible. It was
Yeah.
mixed,
He was fucking with
Yeah, it
Illuminati
was.
shit.
mixed terrible.
He only had one
hard.
album in 10 years.
That
and
shit was
shit.
hard.
Yeah,
I'm sorry, that shit was dope.
How you gonna give us Exhibit A, B, and C, and then
And then
don't
stop
say
for
shit?
10 years,
Like,
nigga.
come
Because
on, man.
that was
Yeah,
just Blaze.
straight, nigga.
Had a baby with Erica Badu, and just that was it.
So
That's
ran
what
up, ran up
fucked
with
him up. That's what
Badu.
fucked him up. Man.
Damn, bro.
Everybody don't want what come along with this shit. Everybody don't want what come along with this shit.
Could have been
I
that.
get it.
I
though.
agree
get
with
it.
you.
He
Okay.
couldn't win. Could he have won? What if he made the dopest album in the history of hip hop?
What
That's
is-
the only way he could have. That's the only way he could have won.
He owed us that at least. God damn.
I
I mean,
mean,
I'm
like,
selfish,
look-
but
He was
Like-
fucking with Illuminati, like a Rothschild or something like that chick, a white woman that was in one of them
Like-
elite families.
I heard
Like,
about
look
that.
at Percy P. It took that nigga like 20 years to drop his first album.
Who?
Percy
So-
P.
Percy. I don't know the
Is,
fuck
yeah,
that
y'all
is.
probably don't
Master
know who that
P?
is, but
Yeah, I don't know what the hell it is.
Sound like
He
no
said
limit.
Master P.
Master P. Ain't Master P named Percy or some shit?
Yeah, Percy Miller.
Percy
Miller,
Miller,
man.
nigga. Oh my god. Never mind. I'll shut up.
I'm sorry about that.
He said, "All right, fuck it, all right, never mind."
I'm sorry,
Like,
man.
I ain't even gonna go
I'm
down
sorry
this-
for my J.
I'm not
Cole, my
going down this
Tupac
road,
take,
this
man. I apologize, but I know niggas.
Yeah,
don't
yeah,
like-
You ain't gotta apologize.
That's
you
how I
know,
feel,
yeah,
man. That's how I feel about them niggas, man.
You ain't gotta apologize for your opinion.
Hey, Jake. Hey, you don't have to be Eminem to be a great rapper, though. You know what I'm
Oh,
saying?
yeah.
Facts.
Yeah.
You have to be related. You just got to do what you do extremely well for the people who like you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Diddy. Diddy sold a lot of albums, bro. This Diddy.
I just don't feel J. Cole's that interesting, man. I'm like, what?
I liked him before. I don't like what he came. I like that old raw J.
Generationally,
Cole.
Lyrically, you don't break no new ground and shit.
It's a lot of
just like-
people. It's a lot of people under our generation that relate to him. He a
there's
regular
nothing-
dude.
nobody
Yeah.
steal his
Yeah, he's
style.
like
Nobody
regular.
bites his
He
style.
not flashy.
Style
He
ain't-
don't wear the jewelry.
There's nothing
He
to
don't do none of
bite.
that kind of shit.
I don't
I
care
don't
about
wear
that.
no jewels.
He
It's a
got
I don't
some
know how
really
the
good
nigga
rap.
looks. I don't even
What
know
up,
how he
CX?
looks, and I couldn't tell J. Cole fucking
But
put
that
up.
brings up another point. Do you got to be extraordinary to be a great rapper? You got to be an extraordinary person?
That's,
You don't.
that's not
Hey,
a
yo,
criteria.
y'all niggas,
Like,
anybody
I
ever
don't
listen to
think Most Def is extraordinary like that, but Most Def is fucking amazing as a
Yeah,
rapper.
Most Def nice too.
Most Def
y'all
one
gonna
of the
hate
best
me, boy.
Rapper.
Don't like
Like
Mos
Mos
Def.
Def.
I ain't gonna say I don't like most death. This nigga tripping. He tripping.
No, so you just want to hear the street
We,
rap.
we try not to
That was
talk
not-
about
he-
him. What
You
up,
want to hear
CX?
that gang? You know
Nah, nigga,
Street
I like
rap shit.
I'm lyrical
That's
niggas,
it,
man. I like
that's
the
it.
lyrics, but
And
Mos
Most
Def
Def
just don't.
lyrical as
Damn.
What you gonna say about
Damn.
Mos Def, man?
Never
Damn.
like
I out rap
Damn.
Mos Def, man. I will out rap.
Damn.
Oh,
You can play
man.
you can play that little shit wide body, whatever.
This nigga.
Hold on. Let me make sure people can hear it.
I'm allowed to choose your niggas.
All right,
yeah,
man.
Malcolm Wilder, man. You Wilder, Malcolm.
You dope, Malcolm. You dope. But damn,
yo,
bro,
man.
come on.
Yeah, nobody
man.
taking that away from you. But
Right.
yeah, you can
I ain't
disrespect
fucking with Mos
Mos
Def,
Def.
man.
Yasin,
That
Yasin Bey.
Got some standards, ass.
Yeah.
Bunch of regular rappers, y'all niggas naming, man. You know.
Look,
what
I'm not a Mos Def dude, man, but I ain't gonna take that away
Thank
from
you,
him.
then, nigga. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Just speak up, man. Grab
Mos
your
Def
balls.
ain't
and
my.
speak
I like
up,
Miss
my
New
body.
Booty and shit, and I like that other joint, but
Miss
Mos
Miss
Def
New
don't
Booty is
move
my
the-
favorite though. I ain't gonna lie.
yeah, he don't move the needle for me. That's just me.
Exactly.
Now
Thank you.
Talib,
I
that's
like
my
him.
dude. I fuck with
I don't
Talib.
really buy shit or nothing like that or listen to him a lot, but when he rhyme, I like him.
Black Star.
Black Star shit. That's man. That high tech.
Black Star was a good
Oh,
album. That was a good
I
album.
take-
Even though I don't really like either one of them niggas, but Black Star.
Bum,
Was a
bum,
good
bum,
album.
bum, bum.
So who do you like, man? A whole bunch of
Yeah, who do
gangsta
you
rappers
like,
you
nigga?
got.
Yo, you know how I used to love Common. I used to love Common, yo. I thought
He like Common,
He
okay.
dope. Common dope.
Yeah, Common,
I thought he's one of the illest niggas, you know what I mean? And he started becoming movie star and shit, you know what I mean? But
Yeah.
you know, pre-movie star
You know
Common,
that
yo,
rapping shit gonna last forever.
Yeah.
Yeah, they smart when they do that.
I can't mad at him for that, but I'm
That
just saying,
album,
lyrically, Common
Black
was,
America, he got that shit dope.
lyrically, Common was slaughtering
Yeah, he
a
nice.
lot of dudes, bro. A lot of dudes. Yo.
Welcome, CX, the producer. What's going on, my G?
What's going on? Can y'all hear me?
Holidays, bro. Yeah,
Yo,
loud and clear.
what's good with you?
Good.
How y'all doing, man?
Chilling, bro.
All right.
Yeah, over here shooting the shit.
Yeah, most definitely. I mean, what's the name? Nice, Common.
I love Royce, man. I think Royce is one of the illest dudes.
I haven't listened to a lot of Royce. Maybe I need to.
I think Royce one
I
of
ain't
the
listened to a
illest
lot of
dudes.
Detroit rappers like that. I haven't really.
Royce.
Just listen to Royce. Just listen to Royce.
Get that pass, man. You got
Like
Royce's.
Eminem might have been better than Royce at one point in time, but now it's not even close. Royce.
Is the argument?
Way
The
better.
argument's always been to me is that Royce came from Eminem. Royce took Eminem shit.
He much better right now, bro. He much better.
I say this, man. Like when I heard that Bad Meets Evil, when they went at it, you know, that one song where they was like going back and forth.
Yeah.
I said, oh, I always was a Royce fan anyway. Royce was one of the top dudes to me, and to me, the one that hangs with M is Royce. Is Royce. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
He can go style for style.
But I remember hearing Royce on some early mixtape shit, like in 2000.
Yeah.
And I'm
Eminem was
like,
better back then.
Royce had a. We really took people took to Royce, man. But you know, as far as I think right now, I think Royce. I mean, Royce will clean him up. Because Royce is more in touch with shit. You could take something from what Royce, you know.
Anybody listen to
Eminem went
Slaughterhouse?
into seclusion.
Yeah.
Slaughterhouse was dope.
Slaughterhouse was
I was
dope,
about to
right?
ask that. Who
Slaughterhouse
y'all felt
was dope.
was the nicest out of Slaughterhouse?
It's between Royce and between
All them niggas is pretty nice.
Royce and Joel Ortiz.
Joel.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with that. I'm gonna go with that.
Between Royce
I'm
and
gonna go
Joel
with that.
Joel Ortiz.
Don't sleep
No,
on
I'm a
fucking
big
Joe
Buttons
Buttons.
fan. I'm a big Joe Buttons
Yeah,
fan.
Joe
Budden's nice.
Joe don't get no credit like he should, man.
It's
He
Royce
showed
and
you.
Crooked Eye for me.
Royce Crooked Eye, bro. Crooked
Mood
Eye.
music,
bro.
man.
It was dope.
All
It
the
was
mood
dope.
music.
It was dope.
All the mood music, yo, they was all dope.
Yo, that was
Crooked
dope.
Eye
That's
say that
classic.
he's
Movie
wrote-
music is classic. Those are classics.
Classics. Classics,
Those are
yeah.
classics right there.
Yeah.
Crooked
no,
Eye
I
say that
can't
he has
debate
written that he has written rhymes for some of your favorite rappers. He just can't say
I
who.
believe
yeah,
that.
you don't want to
No,
fucking
no,
speak, bro.
I
that shit.
definitely
Yeah.
believe that.
Crooked Eye.
He said
man.
for some of your
Crooked Eye,
favorite
fucking
rappers.
monster.
People that's
Yeah,
known.
he's super nice.
Yeah.
I
didn't know he was nice like that before.
Oh,
Slaughterhouse,
Crook.
yo. I didn't know.
Crook was nice. That was
Yeah,
the
that
next
nigga.
nigga in Death Row. If he would
I didn't know
have
that.
him right.
I didn't know that. Now
I
know.
wonder who he's talking about though. He said he wrote for though. He says he's some of your favorite rappers. Like
Yeah, he probably
niggas-
wrote.
I believe it.
Yeah, Death Row.
Dr.
he
Dre.
What
said
you
that on
saying,
the
CX?
Math Alpha shit.
You say CX?
You know that one jump that Royce did a long time ago on one of Premier beats. It was on
On
his
Premiere?
mixtape.
You talking
Yeah,
about
it was on Premiere.
that? You talking about that one?
One of the
Let it go one more time.
You talking about that song?
Yeah, it was one.
It's because he said premiere. It's like there's only a fucking couple with him with premiere.
That was the reason why they did Prime together.
Yeah,
Right.
That was dope. I like
Because
Prime.
that nigga Royce was going off like that nigga was killing that beat. Like, that made me fuck with him even more after hearing that joint with Premiere. I ain't even
You
gonna
bring
lie.
a toolbox
I
with him.
wanted-
to work.
I wanted to say this too. Like, I know I said Eminem is disrespected, right? He is. He's because technically he one of the most sound MCs ever. But Royce is one of the most disrespected cats ever because of his connection with Eminem.
Yeah, he do. And he's a sympathizer too.
Yeah,
He'll
motherfuckers saw him as
He ride
him
for his
hype
guy.
man.
He do
even
ride
though
for
he
him,
ain't
dog.
his hype man.
See, one thing I can say about Royce, right? One thing I can say about Royce. Royce carried it in the streets in a different way. Vests, guns, all that. When he was beefing with them niggas.
Yes,
excuse
he
my
was.
language, he carried it like how we carried it in the street. You know
Yep.
what I'm saying? This rap shit is secondary. You know what I'm saying? This street shit is real.
I remember that.
You know, because people took him the wrong way because he with the glasses and he's little dude and they thinking he's just a little, rapper dude. No, He just ready for whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
But I always said it. always said it's something in the water in Detroit, man. You know, you got Royce, you got Guilty, you got Royce, Guilty,
Guilty a fucking
Elzhi.
beast too.
You know what I'm saying? Guilty got one of the most simplest styles, but it's so.
But he kills it.
about Black Milk.
I ain't never heard a whack verse from Guilty ever, nigga. Ever.
I like Black Milk too, man. I fucks with Black Milk.
I like Milk too. I mean, Milk my dude, but I mean,
Black Milk.
Damn.
I don't know.
What?
I don't know Guilty.
So
I
that-
don't know Black Milk. Yeah, I never heard him.
I ain't never
heard the
listened to a lot
name.
of Detroit
I
niggas like that.
don't know music.
I got put on being around these dudes. They put me on the Detroit. I knew a Dilla, but I didn't know a Dilla. I didn't know a Black Milk, but now I know him. Like, yeah, man. Like, I got put on that
Yeah,
way.
Milk got some shit. Like Milk got some shit. Bars
Well,
and beats.
Milk introduced me to Bishop Lamont. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
I didn't know
right.
who Bishop Lamont was.
And I was
you know what I'm
fucking
saying?
with Bishop Lamont before that, but that album, that was it. I was like,
he
holy
killed
shit, yeah, this is
He
crazy.
killed Chronic and all that shit. He killed that shit.
Yeah.
Deep Couch.
Y'all niggas need, if y'all ain't listened to Bishop Lamont, y'all need to go. What's the name of the shit? Is Go At It on
Bishop
fucking
Lamont.
Cal Troy.
Cal Troy.
That
Yeah,
nigga's
nah,
Detroit, y'all
on some
one-stop
real talk. You need to go listen to that fucking song.
Motown,
Wait,
man.
Wow.
Of
You
course,
saying
they
Wow?
got music in them. You know what I mean? That's Motown. Man.
I maintain that Detroit make the best hip hop there is. Like,
Yeah.
Miller, Guilty Simpson, Black Milk, all that.
I don't like that, but I can't disagree with you.
I mean, you can't argue with him. That's where he's from, though.
That's say like this.
That's
I'll
his
say
reason. You can't argue with that man.
Yeah, that's where they
I'll
from,
say
man.
this. I'll say this. Dilla is Detroit. You know what I'm saying? And I say Dilla is Detroit because he sparked the interest in a sense. And everything came from that tree in a sense. You know what I'm saying? I ain't saying everybody was together, but all these Black Milk, Guilty Simpson, Elzhi's, and just even Royce too. I never heard Royce and Dilla together. But
oh man.
all of them been on songs.
Influenced by
Look,
Dilla.
DJ
But
Lowe's
yeah,
on-
no,
DJ
you
Lowe's
right
on Facebook
because
right now.
you heard Royce and fuck Eminem's hype man. Why I'm blanking on his name? What's
The
Eminem's
one that
hype man?
died, the one that passed.
Nah, not the one that
Porter.
passed.
The non-Porter.
The Nine. You heard the
Nine.
Nine and Royce, and the Nine is a straight fucking product of Dilla.
Yeah, you're right.
Oh, yeah,
That's
yeah,
why
yeah.
I say Dilla. That's why I say Dilla is Detroit. You know, and
Right.
and all of them spent, come from him. Black Milk come
Pop
from him.
moved to
You know
Detroit.
what I'm
Right.
saying?
I'm
So,
sorry.
I mean, when I started making, when people started knowing a little bit of what I do, it's like, man, you from Detroit? I'm like, nah, man.
I got y'all kept it together too, and y'all still like you don't have them pockets in New York and shit like that. You don't have it's just even from the little bit of time we was out there, you could just tell like who the fuck can just go do a fucking beat battle or something or just be in some shit or I mean it's like a one-stop shop to me. You got everything fucking what's my man name? Apollo Brown. You got fucking man, y'all got my man, the white dude that used to fuck with Dilla. What's his fucking name? House Shoes.
House Shoes.
He was about to say horseshoes.
I heard house shoes.
He was about to say horseshoes. Nigga.
I think we got the weirdest culture ever in the DMV in that area. We got the weirdest.
That's
culture
another
ever.
pocket. That's
It
another
is.
pocket.
I was out there for a minute. I was out there for 15 years at DMV. So yeah,
It's like the weirdest culture, man. You know.
I love the DMV, man. I
Got that
still
go-go
be
shit
there,
out
actually.
there, man. That weird shit, man.
Bro,
I
you was in
actually-
Detroit 15 years?
Yeah, I was in VA. You know I was in VA, nigga.
Oh, VA.
I was
That's
in Lawton,
DMV,
man.
nigga.
I was where the old
DMV
jail
is
was,
DC,
man.
Maryland,
Lawton, man.
Virginia area, man. Right at that little area, man.
I was like half hour from DC.
Google Maps,
half hour.
find out.
Kareem moved to Atlanta and forgot everything that he.
Yeah, he don't know what's going on.
He don't know what's going on outside of
That
Atlanta.
nigga Coop still listen to cannabis.
Yeah.
I would.
Yeah,
Then they come up with something
Yeah,
new.
watch
Nigga
it
love
with
He
the
cannabis.
did. He
your
had a
arm.
bunch of shit.
But you know what's crazy? A lot of the New, a lot of cats moved to Virginia, like Cormega, he in Virginia. You know what I'm saying?
Alright.
It's a lot of them. I mean, people. That's another place people sleep on Virginia. You know,
Yeah.
Virginia got some of the top hit makers and some most some more stuff
Yeah,
in the last 20, 30 years. You know
that's
what I'm saying?
very fucking true.
I remember when the clips came out, I thought them niggas was from Newark and shit.
Niggas grew up in they were from New York for a minute until they moved
Well,
down there.
okay. I was like, man, these niggas is from Newark and shit. I remember seeing that that video and shit. I was like, yo, this shit tight. That grind, this shit used to come on late night BET and shit. Back, I forget what they call it, Uncut, whatever.
Them niggas
Yeah,
sold more,
Uncut.
niggas sold more coke.
BET Uncut. Yeah, we used to watch that shit on when I was in the Navy. We were like, yo, these niggas is hell. Like, where they from?
But T just talk about drugs.
Niggas
all day.
slung more coke than one of their chores and shit.
I thought these niggas from Newark, bro. I was like, yo, these some
Nice,
Jersey.
but he talk about drugs all
But
day
you got
long.
to realize a lot of dudes from up in New York and New Jersey ran down to VA.
Yeah.
So their culture influenced on them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And some of them, a lot of them stayed. You know what I'm saying?
Huh?
Some stayed.
agree with
You know,
that.
Teddy Riley went down there. You know what I'm saying?
Very true. Yeah.
Y'all did Timberland. I mean, he had a little.
Oh,
What up, man?
Yeah.
He said,
It's like
Digga Hurt
gang
said
of
Royce and Dilla got a few songs together.
I need to hear that.
Yeah, that.
I've never heard that before.
I know Hurtsman though.
Shout out to Digga Hurts, man.
All right. All right, I got a question for y'all Jersey niggas. Is motherfucking Redman like rap Jesus for y'all?
Pretty much.
Yeah.
I'm not mad at it.
But before that, it was Naughty, bro.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. Okay.
Naughty.
The Naughty
Definitely.
niggas was a
I
cult
see that.
following.
Yeah.
It's a big cult following.
Naughty
for
make
them.
that
Like,
good
'cause
party
I
shit.
wasn't the biggest New York.
Nah,
like, I wasn't
Tretch
the
could rap his
biggest-
ass off.
Hold on,
nigga.
let him
Tretch
can't
is-
hear him.
Nah, yeah, Trust is dope, rapper.
Go ahead, go ahead, RTO. Couldn't hear you.
I wasn't the biggest New York rapper liker like that. That sounded stupid as hell, but I wasn't fucking with it like that. Like it was
What you trying to
like
say?
Nas and all that shit. But when my cousin introduced me to Muddy Waters, it was
That's
a rap.
classic.
That
you got-
That's
album,
classic.
And right on
complete
the-
fucking classic. That was
Yeah.
one that I had to know
Yeah.
every fucking lyric to every
Yeah.
song front to back. No,
Yeah.
like the nigga had skits were fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
nigga.
Yeah.
Like,
Superman lover, all that shit.
that
Yeah.
nigga still know that song by
Yeah,
heart.
Redman's just a
Like,
funny nigga, man. He's just a
the
funny.
motherfucker, I got a soda, you ain't got none of shit.
Yeah.
That shit was amazing.
Yeah.
I'm like, the beat slap. Like, I was already
Yeah.
fucking with fucking Eric Sermon anyway. Cause I was,
Yeah.
I mean, like, it went from that to me fucking with Def Squad and shit. So I was,
Don't sleep on them niggas, man, because Sherman had a kind of a little camp himself.
yeah,
Yeah,
like I was
yeah.
fucking with the Def Squad El Nino
Def
album,
Squad,
and
yeah.
not like
El
Too
Nino.
Got
That's
Out
another
Here.
classic. That's
El
another
Nino?
classic. El Nino.
He
I
was
remember,
talking about that
I remember
shit.
hearing that
Yeah.
first at Rick's crib, man, when you lived
Yeah,
on.
yo, I played that every
remember that
day, every
shit.
night.
Yep.
Every
I
day,
remember
every
that
night.
shit.
Like
Hey, I
my cousin
remember-
came out here and he was playing that y'all niggas ain't ready shit, and that shit had hella bounce. I'm like, what is nigga?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah, I'm
Oh,
fucking with
but-
this song. I'm fucking with this album, really. But yeah,
We-
nigga, it was for me East Coast shit. Like I fucking with some Wu-Tang, of course, but
I
it
remember I
was
put you on
Nas
some
and
mob shit.
Redman was like the main two for me.
Mobb
That,
Deep.
that
Hey,
I
but
said-
you remember Jamal? Remember the young cat he had down too, Jamal?
No,
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember.
They
I
was
remember.
it was two of them. One was a West
was two
Coast
of 'em,
nigga.
yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, they was
one
called
a West Coast nigga.
illegal. They was called illegal.
Illegal,
I
yeah.
heard that. Yeah,
Damn.
Malik,
you know,
Malik and Jamal. Malik was from the West Coast, and Jamal from
Saying-
Philly and shit.
You saying CX?
you know, Jersey has solidified itself in hip hop forever. I mean, this one it is. People say New York, but they forget Sugar Hill Records is in New Jersey. You
Mhm.
understand what I'm saying?
Right.
And people tend to skip over Queen Latifah. You understand what I'm saying?
man, this bro,
Oh.
fucking
Queen,
CX.
word,
Queen.
Bruh,
word,
all right,
word.
what's the song? What's the song that she
You
got?
are, you
The
are.
queen. What's the song she got? The queen is hyped up. The queen is hyped up. Like give it to a
Yeah.
queen. The
Nah,
queen
give it
is
to a
hyped up.
queen.
That
Give it
song.
to a queen. That's that.
Out
Yeah.
here,
Yeah.
Hey.
we had a summer jam. Probably what was that? Like 90, 91, some shit. This is when Immature still had the little Asian kid in the group and shit. So it was like hella early with Immature. They had them come on stage, and then I think
Just
Queen
another
Latifah
day
headline.
in the hood.
She played
Mhm.
that fucking song, and I ain't never got hyped before it. I'm young. I'm shit. I'm probably like 10 or whatever.
Queen was
But
raw,
they
bro.
played that
She
fucking
was,
song,
man. People
nigga. It
forget
was a
that.
rap for me, nigga. That
Yeah.
song. I don't know what it is about me and pianos, but I forget the producer name that did all them shits with their chords.
Oh,
What?
Yeah.
45K.
Yep. Yep,
Yeah,
45
that
King.
no,
Yep.
no, it was someone else. It wasn't 45. It was someone else that did all the beats for Naughty and shit.
Oh, you talking about
KG?
Yeah. I was fucking with his music specifically
KG was tight
during
bro.
that time, like, cause all the Naughty shit, when Queen Latifah shit, I fucked with that a lot out here. Like that shit got played for me.
Them Newark motherfuckers and Orange niggas stick together though. They did at one point, man.
Let me tell you, they had Wild Pitch Records on fire.
Naughty and
Chill
them was
Rob
from,
G,
Jersey
Chill
City.
Rob G to Lakim Shabbat. They had it on fire. You understand?
Wow.
The Jersey
Yeah.
dude.
Oh,
you know what I'm
shit.
saying? And Queen Latifah put everybody on.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm
Queen-
saying?
Latifah had it up to here.
Shit, rap for my madness was the jump that kicked it off. You know what I'm saying? So you take that all the way up to Redman and then and all that. So I mean, yeah, Jersey.
Lords of the
Lords
Underground.
of the Underground.
Oh,
we said the shit at the same time.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hey, don't forget the Fugees.
Jinx. Yeah, the Fugees for sure. Show.
But
Why hip hop came out of Jersey?
The man is Stretch though. It's Stretch.
Yeah.
Had his hand, paused at his hand, and it was Tupac. And Eminem stayed with Stretch. You know, always said it. That's why I got my style from Stretch. So you know what I'm saying.
Stretch was nasty, man. Like
Stretch had the crown for
I know.
hot minute.
I remember my sister would be telling me she went to Dell State and stuff. She said, "Need
Like
some
before
motherfuckers
Nas
that she
came
met."
out.
I'm like Newark and shit. They had Naughty by Nature fucking sheets and fucking curtains and shit. Like damn.
Guard your grill, knuckle up.
Yeah. The thing that killed all them was when Nas came out. When Nas came out, it just shut everything. Pre-Nas, shut that shit all
Think
down.
so? Yeah.
Nas and all them brought it back to up north because you remember we was listening to the West Coast. Remember
Yeah, we
Snoop,
was.
Dr. Dre. At
I
one
was
point,
telling
we was
them.
wearing lumberjacks.
We was wearing the
doing all that
lumberjacks.
West Coast
Yeah,
shit.
we was wearing
Yeah.
the lumberjacks.
West Coast had us for a minute.
Don't
They
forget
had
about
us.
Onyx though.
Had the match though.
Onyx changed the course a little bit too. Now a lot of people jumped on the
Yeah.
Onyx bandwagon too.
Well,
I
Onyx was
fucking with that when that came out.
All heads and shit.
Really, Biggie and Nas is the ones that
Yeah, Biggie and Nas, I think, brought it
took
back.
that
to
over.
north.
like
They brought it
Even
back.
Biggie said behind. What did he say? Early, y'all was grimy in the early '90s, far behind me. Yeah, you know what I mean? Like everybody was grimy. Everybody had that Onyx. Everybody was grimy and shit. Naughty by Nature, the hoodies and shit. Everybody was.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
All right.
Ball heads, nigga. Everybody shaved their heads.
That was that Onyx shit, that bald
Everybody
head
shaved
shit.
their heads,
Yeah, the Onyx had the ball. Oh, y'all niggas cut y'all head bald off the Onyx.
I was
Remember that
bald.
shit.
Yeah,
I did it. All y'all niggas
I
had
cut
bald
my
heads.
shit bald. Yeah, I definitely did, man.
Yeah,
Everybody.
fucking
Yeah, I
deep
went
black,
bald because
son.
of Common.
Fucking
I played basketball. That's why I cut my head bald. I don't know what y'all niggas talking
Shit,
about.
everybody, nigga,
No, you was
man,
part of
that
that
shit was
trend.
like, yo, that shit was like niggas huddled up and said, all right, ready, break.
niggas
Niggas.
bald heads, fucking army jackets, Timberlands, and fucking.
Yeah, niggas was grimy, son. Niggas was grimy in the early '90s, nigga. Yeah, you know what I mean? That's what it
Chick
was.
said, I hate
Clark is just natural for Clark.
Once you look back on
This
it,
shit
you
was
think,
just natural, nigga.
once we look back on it, we thinking like one specifically type of area had the music. No, it was just so much music at that time. You know what I'm saying? What I'm saying? It was so diverse. You know what I'm saying?
It was very
Very
diverse.
diverse. We had all
You know.
kinds. We had the conscious shit, the party shit, the
Backpack
gangster
shit,
shit, the smooth
Man
shit. We
shit.
had everything.
Lover boy shit.
That's why I say that's the best era for hip hop because you had everything.
That's why
Yeah.
I always preach and always
Yeah.
argue like why it's so much. It was so much diverse back
I had to
then.
agree with Kareem on that one. Yeah.
It was diverse, man, and we ain't look at it. That's why when people used to say now, they say, "Oh, man, Tupac and Biggie the best." I said, "Man, do you know who was around when they was around?"
Right.
Exactly.
Nobody was saying back then Biggie was the best. Tupac was the. Nobody was saying that back then.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because you
Yeah.
had so many different artists out at the same time.
Yep.
They wasn't even top. They wasn't even like. Let's go back. Let's go all the way back when Tupac came out with Dear Mama and all that type of stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Holla If You Hear Me and all that type. And people say, "Oh yeah, that's Tupac from Juice," but they kept it moving. It wasn't like they,
Right.
Like that's
That's
my
it.
favorite Tupac era, but at the same time, I was fucking with Digital Underground. So
in where I'm from, it was a little bit different. Pac was the guy because Pac did that joint with Breed. Gotta
Right,
get
right. Ain't no
you gotta
future in
get
him, right.
yours. He was
Oh, I remember that.
And
I
that
remember
brought
that.
me that
I
I
remember that.
found out who MC Breed was because of Pac.
Yeah.
Absolutely, my dude. I agree. But see, that's what I'm saying. Like you go back then to that time when Mo B had did all most of that shit. Even Mo B had did most of that stuff, but Mo B had also did Craig Mack and them too. So it was the same sound. You know what I'm saying? Going on around that time, and nobody said, "Man, Tupac better than Rakim. Tupac better than KRS." Nobody was saying that shit, man. Nobody even looked at Tupac like that. Nobody even looked at Biggie like that. They was like, "Oh, Biggie hot, man." The dog fat boy
That fat
from New
nigga
York.
can rap.
Yeah, that nigga can rap. You know what I'm saying?
Hey.
And they kept it moving.
Big black
But
fat
to
nigga
us,
got
it
a lot of
was-
pussy back then. Pause. man.
But to us, it was like Tupac was kind of. I mean, he had I Get Around. We looked at him as an actor too. Like it ain't like other places, like where they was crazy over Tupac. I didn't start till I moved
So y'all
here.
wasn't looking at Tretch like that? That nigga was acting too,
Fresh
right?
was rapping.
I hate
But
when
he
Big,
was-
He's a straight rapper.
I hate when Pac went over to Death Row like that and he started.
Trust started acting.
Yeah,
I
I
just
was like,
thought he
Tretch
just-
was acting.
He got shot.
Let's
He started wild.
just say this. Let's just say this. Before Pac went to Death Row, when Pac was doing what he was doing, Tretch was a bigger. Naughty by Nature was way bigger than Tupac. Tretch was way bigger than Tupac. Could walk around.
Yeah.
That's
but Tretch couldn't. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
1993.
And Naughty was killing shit at that
That's
time.
what I said. No, Tretch had the crown, yo. Tretch had the crown
Right.
for a hot second.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Like when
Like
they
out the
say
whole
that
industry,
about,
he had the crown.
It
might have only been like 6 months, a year, but he had it.
Yeah, Pac didn't get that whole persona until he went to Death Row and made a different persona. You know what I'm saying?
How y'all
Yeah.
niggas feel when Illmatic came out, man? Is y'all because nigga, I
didn't
didn't
fuck
know
with-
anybody.
I wasn't.
I didn't know
fucked with
anybody
it,
who
but I
wasn't
didn't know about it
playing
till
that
later.
shit, nigga. Everywhere we went, nigga, during that time, I was a senior in high school when that shit came. That shit
Life's
came
a bitch.
April-
Yeah, when you say this, I remember that.
April
'cause I remember the
1994,
prime with
nigga.
that for some reason. Yeah.
Life's a bitch.
April
I
1994,
didn't
that shit came
know.
out.
I didn't
I
know
don't know
about that shit
anybody
in
who wasn't
94.
playing that shit.
Yeah.
That shit was
Yeah,
kept playing.
Illmatic
Not
was.
for us.
Hey,
Life's a
See,
bitch.
I was playing
Only
fucking
Pete Rock and CL
Outkast.
Smooth. Pete
Yep,
Rock.
Yeah, Pete Rock, CL Smooth. They were, yeah.
That
Hold
was
on,
like
hold on. Pete Rock, CL Smooth.
I got
Lost
that tape in the
Professor.
10th grade, and when that shit first came out, I got that.
Yeah,
went to
yeah,
the store
yeah.
to get
Pete-
that tape. Man.
Pete-
That was like
Pete
the
Rock
DOS
and
effects
CL
era. and all
Tennessee.
that.
I remember Rick's
Right,
like
let
that
me
because his family from Tennessee,
Go
so
ahead,
he
see
liked
it.
that little fucking
He was
song.
in the list, yo. Go ahead.
Let me say this. Pete
Just be
Rock,
real
CL
happy when
Smooth.
that come on Tennessee.
Come on.
Lost
Hold
Professor.
Hold on, y'all. You're naming the list. Go ahead,
Go
CL.
ahead,
Like,
CX.
Pete Rock, CL Smooth, Lost Professor, Gangstar. They
Ooh.
were bigger
Yep.
artists. They were
Yep.
bigger artists around that time than Tupac was, man.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm
They were.
saying?
They were.
Wasn't
Yeah.
nobody checking
Yeah.
for no.
That was
Man,
the
when
same
it-
time frame. Gangstar, I feel like was 80s and shit. Yo.
Nah,
Nah,
They
we know
was
80s.
not-
Hell
Yeah,
no.
Gangstar
Man,
came
80s?
out.
80s.
Nah,
They was 90s. They was 90s.
What
Yeah, they
Niggas
went
say
into the 90s. They
Gangstar.
first shit came out in the 80s, bro. I'm a
He been
Gangstar?
out for a minute. Gangstar been
Yeah.
out for a long time.
Yeah, Bill, the
What-
80s
what,
was like late
I
89.
manifest.
If it was 80.
I'm on
It
Mr.
might have been 89, but nigga.
They was dropping shit in the 2000s, so you know what I mean?
Yeah,
From what I
they-
just
they-
said,
they-
nigga, that's not what I
What
said.
I'm
I know
getting
that.
to is
Everybody
that
knows
what
that.
I'm getting to is that these dudes, like people was waiting for Pete Rock and CL Smooth to drop a whole album when they came out with an EP with the Mecca and the Soul Brother. Everybody was like, "What the hell, man?" Everybody was waiting for the album. And what I'm saying is they were bigger artists than Tupac.
all of them
You know
were.
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
All of them.
Yeah, for the record, it's 89.
But-
yeah, they first came out.
But
Yeah,
when
true.
Pac- I think if
86.
streaming was around during that time, by the time he
Know
got
what
to
you
All
right
Eyes
about.
on
Yeah,
Me,
'cause I manifest.
when
Yeah,
All
that was-
Eyes on
yeah,
Me came out,
Yeah.
All Eyes on Me probably would have been, if streaming was out back then, it probably would have been the most streamed album ever. Because
Yeah.
everybody was
Well, that
listening
nigga had a lot of
to
controversy with him too that helped him sell.
I agree with that. When that album came out, that shit hit
Undeniable.
like wildfire.
Was it
was
because of the
crazy.
album or was it because he was just controversial?
No,
dude
it
that
was
was
the
up in a whole
album.
bunch of shit.
Yeah.
Because that
No.
came out after he got shot, right? Or while
Yeah,
he
that
got
was
shot,
way
whatever.
That's
That
what
was
I'm
way
saying.
out.
He was on
Yeah.
bail.
He was in jail or whatever when that shit came out, right?
Right.
He
Start
had, got,
recording.
he had got out. He had got out. And
On
then
the pill bond.
Yeah, he got out and went out to Death Row, and then that's when they did California Love and all that.
Yeah.
He got out there.
When
You know what I'm
I feel
California
like the
Love
controversy helped a
pop.
lot of that shit. But
Yeah,
I'm
because
not
up
saying
north
that-
was not big
I
Tupac
gotta-
fans. I'm gonna tell you that
I have
right
to
now.
agree. I'll agree. My motivation for listening to it, I like Pac, but first time I heard it, I was hooked. So I really didn't. Although the controversy kind of brought me to the yard, that whole thing, I like that. I genuinely like the All Eyes on Me. I fucking played the shit out of the double CD. Man.
I liked it, but it's when I was here. Oh, I started hearing that here. Because they love him down Atlanta, Georgia, love Tupac. They love him like
everybody did. Nigga, outside of our area, like you said, everybody did, yo. That's why I had
outside of
problems
up north,
saying,
yep.
saying what I said. I always had problems because motherfuckers would come with the pitchforks at me, bro. It was like, yo, what the fuck you just said?
Oh shit!
I just started nigga from Juice. I get around Juice.
Yeah.
You know, like the
really?
shit like that.
Oh, wait a minute,
man.
wait,
He turned
wait,
into
wait, wait.
Bishop and shit.
That's
really
Brenda got a
felt
baby,
like
man.
that?
Brenda's
got a
got a
baby,
baby, man. That's
I don't
the Pac I
understand,
know.
How did y'all feel about like Snoop and Dre and all them?
Love
and
them.
all
Saying
that?
like deep
We
love
fuck
and
with
shit.
I
Y'all
love
wasn't
NWA.
fucking
I
with
fuck
that.
Snoop.
We fucks with Snoop.
I think
Doggy Style, the album.
I told you Snoop them took over for me.
See, it was a difference. It was a difference with Snoop and Dre now. We knew who Snoop and Dre now was from NWA. You understand what I'm saying? They West Coast dudes. That's what they were. You feel what I'm saying? So we love their sound because regardless, before that G-Funk shit, let's go back to Dope Man and all that. You understand what I'm saying? That was hip hop. You feel what I'm saying? That was basically like our 6 in the morning, Schoolie D.
Yeah,
You feel what I'm saying?
yeah.
That's basically what Dope Man was. You feel what I'm saying? So we could identify with that. Snoop and we, a lot of us didn't have no problem with that. We was bumping that shit. But the Tupac shit that came later because we felt like some of us felt like, man, this the same dude from Brenda.
Right, he switched sides. Like nigga, Pac. You understand? For me, it was Pac switched sides. Like Pac was an East Coast nigga. He was making East Coast music. Then for him to just flip like that, I didn't really get it. So I stopped listening to him kind of for a minute. You know what I'm saying?
East Coast music.
Brenda's got a baby.
No, that was with Digital Underground. That was from the
Nah, but that was more. That was an East Coast sound.
That was East Coast sound.
Don't give me that. That's an East Coast. I don't care who made what. That was East Coast sound.
I agree with Rex.
I don't care who made what. That's the East Coast sound.
I agree.
Yeah, it was sound based and everything. I get that. I get that.
Yeah.
I mean, Pac was a hip hop dude. You know what I'm saying? Even when he went out there to do that album, he had to get two of the hottest. There's only one dude that's been on both of their albums, and that's Method Man. You understand what I'm saying? So he had to get some hip hop dudes on his jump because he's a hip hop person himself.
I wasn't fucking with that Death Row shit. When that shit came out, like only one I was fucking with was Snoop.
You felt like Pac flipped on the whole coast and shit.
No, I just wasn't fucking with it. That Death Row shit was on some different shit. It was different sound.
You know what's funny about that is that G-Funk and all that shit, all it is samples on break beats. It's the same shit.
Yeah.
Well, that little synth on there. Well, not here and there.
That's
that
it.
It is basically break beats and samples. You right?
Yeah,
with
a
synth.
I'm not saying I fucked with the G-Funk shit. I fucked with that hard. I was just talking about Pac as an artist, how some people viewed him.
Yeah.
When he, you know what I'm saying? It was like, man, hold up, man. You ran out there and started rah, like you gangbanging and all this. So crazy.
He wasn't like that over here. Yeah,
with the mob.
Yeah.
I didn't like
That's
that
why I
part
gotta
of
agree with you, Malcolm, because you talking about when you went to the so that era, we weren't really listening to him like that. I get what you're saying.
What I'm saying.
But you can't say that because people gonna come out with the pitchforks for you. Yo.
Yeah, I'm talking about
let's stick with the artistry though. Because check this out. I remember Pac. Everybody remember Pac from the Nothing But Trouble soundtrack, same song shit. Right. What drew me to Pac? And you talking to somebody who lived down south, who was raised on Rakim, KRS, Slick Rick, all them niggas. Also bumped the West Coast shit because I'm right here in the middle of everything. Pac's presence around those times when you got your P Rocks, your Naughty by Natures, his presence around that time can't be understated because when you live in a certain area, you are kind of biased to where you are, and you don't. And sometimes you don't give that music certain listen to, but
Well, they're
down
old
south,
school.
because down
Even without
south,
Curry, even without Wiggins.
down south we listen to everything, and so it's like,
yeah,
because what drew me to Pac? I'm gonna tell you what drew me to Pac basically, because Pac's first album sounded like a whole lot of Bomb Squad shit. Now let's take it a step further.
Now.
When you go to Strictly for My Niggas, that whole big ass sound, it's a bomb, it's a Bomb Squad sound. I grew up. Public Enemy was my favorite group of all time. So when I listen to Strictly for My Niggas, it takes me back to not only the Public Enemy shit, but it takes me back to Kill at Will. So it all brings that back. Now by the time Pac did that, and Pac did the soundtrack for Above the Rim, then he did Me Against the World. That dude, his presence in the game at this time, Naughty was still around. All these people that y'all mentioned was around, but Pac, his star had risen, and it's not just because of the controversy. I don't want to get that twisted. You know, that played a small part in it, but like, you gotta understand, he got a machine behind him too. He got an Interscope behind him, which is a huge machine at the time. He's a movie star and is pushing his star upward. So it's like, you know, his presence was going to be what it was. I mean, his star was going to rise anyway with the mixture of the music and the movie shit. Now it didn't help that he got in all that trouble and shit. And then, like you said, Ricks, when he switched sides and went over to went over to Death Row, and he got rambunctious and he just got on this whole tirade going against everybody. But let's be clear, you're talking to somebody who's in a slap dab in the middle with no opinion about shit, because we had our own music down here. We had, Ghetto Boys, and we had the local shit here in Memphis or whatever. But me as a fan,
Skinny Pimp, shit,
yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, Wallace is from Flint, Michigan. We used to knock the fucking Data family like them niggas was from
they love them niggas here too.
Man, you see what I'm saying? So I don't want to. I'm not trying to shit on nobody's opinion about the subject matter, but I'm just saying, like, Pac, his presence in that time frame. But like CX said, man, everybody had good music wherever they was at. So that's why people feel the way they feel. Like, oh, we wasn't checking for that shit. Not to say it wasn't good music. It's just that it wasn't on niggas' radar, because there's a lot of niggas down here didn't know nothing about the Wu. Niggas didn't know nothing about like nigga, when Illmatic came out, I was, man, listen, that shit became my soundtrack for like my early mornings getting ready for school. Like that shit, I used to listen to Represent I used to spit the whole Represent on my way going to school, and then once I'm done with it, do it again. I had my own Walkman and shit, so my mom be driving to school. Man, I played Represent so much, I knew it in memory lane. I knew them joints by heart from the first time I listened to them. I also had Pac. I also had Pac in my bag of cassettes. I also had Snoop. I had the Chronic. I played the Chronic so much. You know what I'm saying? It was ridiculous. But like I said, when it's like a lot like how you were saying how niggas wasn't checking for it, right? Like down here, since we have our own culture and music, especially in Memphis, a lot of cats wasn't checking for nothing East Coast. Although when you look at how a lot of Memphis music is structured, and that goes from how you listen to this new trap shit now. That's basically Memphis music, but that music was basically born off of the back of Planet Rock with the 808s and all that shit. So it's like, you might not fuck with something, but it's linear to everything else that you hear and that you see, because it's all one big culture. Yeah. Everybody just got their different way, their different dialect about how they spit it, right?
Derived from
it hurts. But you said it though. You heard what you said. You said I was listening to this and I was listening to that. Like everybody was listening to different shit. But some same shit. But then somebody would say somebody would turn somebody else on to some other shit from South or wherever. Somebody be like, man, who fuck is this? I remember the first time, man. My man Buck. He lived in West Virginia. His father lived in Texas. He went to Texas, and his father lived a couple doors down from Ghetto Boy DJ, Reddy Ray.
Reddy Ray. Yeah. Shout out to Reddy Ray.
And Reddy Ray was a Brooklyn dude.
Yeah, he brought me the tape. He brought me the cassette back, and I heard stuff. I heard Ghetto Boy for the first time. Now I'm ready to jump in the street. I know the street shit. So I'm hearing Scarface talking about selling dudes a whole key of gold medal flour. I'm like, man, these niggas talking about some real straight shit on here, right? That's what I'm listening to, right? So, some of a lot of them rappers down south, some of the best rappers in all hip hop companies down south too.
Yeah.
Andre 3000, the Scarface, you know what I'm saying? And
I'll take a step further than that. Some of the greatest gangsters and greatest hustlers ever to live, man. They genesis is in the South. You look at Fat Cat. You look at the Chamber Brothers in Detroit. You look at all them dudes that all them dudes was like real down south dudes, man. Like Chambers Brothers is from a spot here in Arkansas, man. Probably like, man, the what you call it, the fucking income index is so low, shit, it's ridiculous, man. So out of poverty, man, people get real creative, and that mentality of never going back to where you came from is a mantra for them. You know what I'm saying? So like it comes a lot of times, it come out in the music and stuff too, depending on what your dynamic is, where you come from.
But it's sad though. It's like everybody kind of listening to the same stuff now. Like it's like this should have been the 80s, or because like saying like you didn't have channels to get different types of music. It's saying
right.
Like, people would get more different types of music back in the late 80s and the 90s with physically having to get stuff than people are now.
Right.
When you got so many ways and streams of listening to new music. It's
right. I remember the first time somebody was mentioning Common earlier, and I remember the first time I heard fucking Universal Mind Control. I hated that fucking album.
I did.
Hated
That's
it.
what I did too.
But I'm gonna tell you what made me go back and listen to it. One day I had iTunes on random and shit, and I forgot I had that album in the I had it in the queue or whatever. And one of the songs came on from that album. And I was like, man, let me go back and listen to this album again. That album really was a nod back to the 80s. That shit was like that was like Planet. That album was solely loosely based on Africa Bambaataa and the Soul Sonic Forces contribution to hip hop. So when I listened to it, like, you know what, man, this when I went back and listened to it, it really wasn't as bad. But you know what it was? Like what we're talking about right now. I was so used to a certain offering from Common that anything other than
when you got that
other than anything other than you know what I'm saying, like Water for Chocolate.
Yeah.
Because people give me a hard time about Electric Circus. I'm like, man, I love that album. But you know what I'm saying? But when Universal Mind Control came out, you know, he wasn't fucking with, you know, he didn't do it with Dilla. I think Dilla, by that time Dilla had passed on. He wasn't working with No ID. This was like strictly for real and shit. I'm like, man, this shit glossy as hell. I don't even think I want to listen to this shit. But I had to go back, I had to listen to it again and remember, like, man, you know what? This like the throwbacks. This one throwback shit. So like, oh,
I don't think I listened to it again. As soon as I was like, yeah, I can't do this.
Man, when you get a moment, bro, listen, go back and get that shit a real listen, man.
I actually got that shit on my phone, probably.
I did too.
You know what's crazy though, man? We can have a comedian we like that's an actor, and that comedian can play a serious role in a different movie, and we'll still like it, just that number. But when it comes to our music, if somebody step outside of their comfort zone and do something else, and we be like, nah.
Because you know why? Because we're as fans, as true fans of certain things, we're selfish because we want things to be. We'll as long as you're giving us what we want, and that's the problem with a lot of us in this country when it comes to our music. We don't grow with, because these people, some of these people are really truly artists. So we never take that time to grow with them while they're trying to experience new ways of, you know, getting the message out, or new ways of, you know, approaching new music. Like I would have never known who the fuck Fela Kuti was if it wasn't for Common. You know what I'm saying? Like, not listening to Common. So that it helped me kind of explore different things aside from the shit I was used to, the soul music I was hearing, you know, that we all grew up on. It gave me like a different lane. And then, you know, by us, you know, pretty much all of us on here being producers, when we dig, we get an education in music as well. So it's like,
of course,
yeah, we get an instant education in music theory and all that good stuff when we go and dig. And so that's why you know, record buying is so important. Like, you know, going to dig is very important, not just for, you know, us as producers, but like us as music lovers. A lot of us didn't take music theory in school and all that good shit, but we learn what we learn by digging and, you know, experimenting with sounds and things like that. So, oh shit, yeah. Never mind. I'll take it out there. But yeah, man, Pop. I think if you take away the controversy that Pop was embroiled in, you know what I'm saying? If you take all that away and you look at what the contributions were, because like I said, man, he for me as a young dude, I remember buying Tupac Lives Now, and I remember bringing that shit back to the hood, and niggas was looking at me like, nigga, they ain't getting no play in this boombox. Or
niggas wasn't fucking with Violent.
Niggas wasn't fucking with nothing. They like the Brenda Got a Baby joint, but and maybe trap, but they was like, but you know, but like I said, Memphis has its own culture of music at this time. So it's like, you know, if it wasn't, you know, kind of in that vein or anything that like that we knew, because like I said, Pac was new. I knew him because of the same song, but I remember bringing Das EFX first album to the hood, and niggas looking at me like, man, I don't want to hear that riggedy piggity shit, man. Man, niggas was clowning me about that, but I was already in tune to different kind of music because of, you know, especially because of the household I grew up in. My mom was on a whole bunch of different shit. My uncle that I grew up with, his musical taste stretched from ABBA, nigga, all the way to fucking OJ's, and he had all kind of music. You know what I'm saying? So like, I always, if it sound good, it just sound good. You know, I don't care who make it. If it sound good, it just sound good. Dope music is dope music.
Hence why Silk the Shock is the best rapper ever.
Silk the Shock is the best rapper on the road.
Hey, so you hold up, but no, you've been around me long enough to know my theory on Silk the Shocker.
Yeah, I know we got the same theory, nigga.
Yeah, we got this. Yeah, Silk the Shocker is basically, man, he is basically he's like what product. You call, he's a product. He's a spawn of E40 and Mystical, because earlier in his career he was more E40, but when Mystical joined the Tank, he became Mystical. If you ever look at it, if you listen to any of his music around those times with those two artists that I just said, you'll make the correlation and be like, oh, damn, you're right.
I thought he was E40 for a minute.
Oh, that's disrespectful as hell. Why?
I'm sorry, but I was in my ignorant stage, and I didn't really realize I had to put it together.
Wow.
I'm sorry, man. I was being honest, man. I didn't know, man.
God bless you, Wild Vatican.
I remember my army buddies. He wasn't my buddy, but he was from Blackshear. He was from Mississippi. He knew the whole Bone fucking catalog, man. And he's like, "Go ahead, Blackshear, sing it." He did the whole Bone shit from start to scratch. That's how I learned about Bone.
That's what it was here too. Because hey, niggas was mad at Bone for real. That was a real thing here. Like niggas was really upset with Bone here, man, like for real, because niggas really felt like Bone had stole 3 6 Mafia's. Well, back we call it 666 Mafia. They thought they had stole 666 Mafia's sound, but me, I'm like, bro, ain't no way those niggas could have been down here because they don't sound nothing like 666 at all.
I can see the dark sound argument because y'all shit is dark and Bone shit was dark. DJ Unique was making very dark music.
But I mean, when you look at the context of the music and the flow and all that good stuff, 666 wasn't doing that shit.
Nah.
So me, I'm like, man, them niggas is wild, and I don't know what they talking about. That shit don't sound nothing remotely close to what they doing. But niggas had and then the niggas was like label mates later on. So why niggas ain't approach that shit then? but a lot of shit went on, and that went on unresolved, man, through time, and that shit kind of manifested in the versus battle and shit. Because like I said, when Relativity got bought out by Sony and shit, them niggas became like label mates or some shit.
All right, man. We're gonna end this show. Like, thank everybody for coming out. Anything you want to say? Go ahead, man. Last words.
Nah, go ahead.
We'll get a little over time, man. I'd like to thank everyone for coming through tonight real quick on short notice this Christmas night. I'd like to thank everyone in the chat panel, playback. Shout out to the Talk That Stuff podcast group. Shout out to the comrades, Dirty Old Men. Another year in the books as we continue to bring you what you need. Got a lot of dope stuff on the way, man. So stay tuned. 2023 is gonna be a dope ass year. I'm already gonna say it. That's it, man. Let me get some music, man. We can get the hell
Shout out to the network, man.
Oh shit! Shout out to the network. Go ahead, Malcolm. Where's Malcolm? Fuck it. I'll play it later. But yeah, it's on mute. Shout out to the network. Shout out to Dirty Old Men. R.I.P. Black Mav. R.I.P. BG. R.I.P. Tashira Shea. And for those others that have not with us right now on these holidays, man, stay warm. And we'll see you probably next year, man. Once again, I'd like to thank everybody. Please go check us out. Playback. Please like, subscribe, tell a friend. Come on over on Facebook to our Facebook group, Talk That Stuff. And that's it, man. Once I'd like to say peace on 3. 1, 2, 3. Hey. Peace.
Trust, cash, don't stop, make it last.